welcome, welcome. I'm Liz, and I'm joined by Therese, who is here every week with me. And unfortunately, Joe Bob is not. So luckily, we have some other friends. We have Morgan, who you might have seen before, who we haven't seen in forever, and Tara, and our lovely cover model Tabitha, who's the cover model from Block Magazine, and our friend Annie, all the way from the other
Hello.
across the ocean, across the pond from England. So thank you for staying up late and joining us. And welcome, chat. And hope everybody had a decent weekend and didn't get a bunch of snow like Therese is. So I think our friend Ann Pinkava's getting snow too. So hopefully most of you aren't. But welcome, welcome. What's
It's
everybody up
gone
to
now.
already?
It's gone. Yeah.
You didn't get?
And hopefully that's it.
Same
I hope
here.
so. That's crazy.
It's Michigan.
We got rain all day today, and it's supposed to be pretty cold tomorrow.
Ugh. We've had terrible windstorms, so it makes sinuses bad. So it's sunny out mostly, though the clouds are starting to come in now, so who knows what will happen. We could use rain, but that's not likely. So, Tabitha probably has rain where she is because she lives in the center of all rain.
We've had flooding this weekend.
Ooh.
It's pretty bad. A lot of downtown was flooded. It's a normal thing here, but lots of flooding, which is fine for me because I live on a hill, but it's not nice for other people.
Oh, she just
I
waved down
don't
the
know.
hill at him. Oh, thank you, Neil. I appreciate that. How come you're not on with us? You were
Yeah, where
invited.
you
Are
at?
you afraid of this many women in one spot?
Remember what happened last time?
Well,
True.
Amy's not here, so Tabitha might behave. I don't know.
What? Have you met Tabitha?
Never mind. Never mind. So there aren't you guys going live this week, Tabitha? On Blocked?
Yeah, except he hasn't got back to me as when we're supposed to do this live.
Oh, absolutely. I guess he is afraid of us.
You're
I
so
thought
So
we
y'all
could
pussy.
going to
just
talk
scare him.
about Princess Kate?
I
Oh,
don't
he's
know.
looking for her. Yeah.
Let's say leave the woman alone. Let her get better on her own. It's crazy.
Does she
Everything
really
is
have
crazy.
cancer though?
I bet she does.
That's where I went
Not
with it.
surprised if she does.
I can't
Yeah.
imagine them
I
saying she
don't.
did if she did it. I mean,
Because she's a lizard.
Nobody ever lies. No.
no, but I mean, you don't lie about having cancer, really. I mean, if there's any
Oh,
other
there
disease
Well,
they could say she
totally
had.
do.
Well, I
I
know
know a
people
couple
What?
yarn
do.
dyers.
Yeah, she's not. Yeah, she's not
Well,
faking
that
her
is
own
true.
death.
That is true. Hi, Tomsky. Welcome. Tabitha,
Tomsky.
Neil has a message for
Hi,
you.
Rip.
Let me know. Oh, so I have to take the schedule down of your show? Thanks.
Wow.
Oh, thank you, Tomsky. Yeah, I permed my hair because I got tired of it. So this is a new thing. We'll see how long I like it before I get tired of this. But thanks.
Yeah, I cut mine off and I didn't mean to. I meant to say collarbone.
How do you?
I
Oh, I
was
was
gonna
like, how do you
say,
like not like
Well,
accidentally just cut your hair?
well, yeah. So I
Oops.
meant to
oh,
say
thanks everybody.
collarbone, and I said shoulder instead.
Oh,
And then all of a
so
sudden he cut
Oh,
it, and then it hit me, and I was like, well, too late now. So
it looks cute.
yeah.
it looks cute. It does.
Thanks. Luckily, it
I am,
grows fast, so there's that, but it
and
still
it's gonna
feels
start
weird.
getting warm. So having it a little shorter when it's warmer is not bad.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know
'Cause
about here. I'm hoping warmer weather will be. Well, it was weird. Like we had a couple
Right?
days where it was like in like the 60s and 70s,
Mm-hmm.
and it was kind of like, oh,
Uh,
yeah, okay. Maybe we didn't have a ton of snow, and then
um,
I mean
right.
now temps have kind of gone down a bit, but
it, it, it's excuse me, Tara, you've got a comment in the chat that's not very nice, so I'll let you address
I know
that.
we have a troll who needs to be banned.
We have a troll. Who's the moderator? Get rid of him. Oh,
Snap.
yeah.
It's Neil, it's just that time of the year when women change their hair. It's just a thing. It's spring. It's what they do. You need to know these things since you're a
People with hair
a
know these
lesbian, a black lesbian woman. You need to know these things. So
At least we have hair.
ban me.
Yeah.
We don't ban people unless they're really bad. Tomsky just
I don't
timed
know.
out
It's
100 seconds.
Or their name starts with a B.
Yeah, well,
I mean, I will say my eldest is, working really hard at growing a mustache.
oh, at that age, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh,
yeah. And you don't want to laugh at him,
no.
but sometimes you do because it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's still
Oh.
at the dirt mustache phase.
Well, Neil, you could color your beard, you could, be fashionable that way.
Yeah.
And
Put some
think of the
glitter in
prettiness.
it.
Oh, hello.
Put some glitter in
Ann.
it.
Hello.
Tomsky has some.
Hi.
Ooh, Tomsky, what's the matter with you? Seriously. Hi, Ann.
We don't
Sorry,
have all night.
we have an almost full in the
We have a
chat.
troll
I am
in the chat.
Kansas City Chiefs fan adjacent. You should be a little bit more polite to me.
I think he's forgetting that, what
No.
nice people who were nice to him
No.
for Christmas. Remember that?
That's
So,
true. Also, I would
Yeah.
like, I missed the first 7 minutes. Sorry, guys. Also, I'd like to say, Liz, your hair looks amazing. I don't know what you're
oh,
doing.
thank you.
Great.
It's a perm, but thank you.
Yeah.
So I don't have to do anything with it right now. Can I come
Nice.
in for a therapy session? Do we want to let Tomsky in
What?
for a therapy session?
Sure.
Only if I can go pick it up.
Sure, if you want. The link was in our other chat. I don't know how much positive therapy you'll get here, because I'm sure Tabitha will just tell you like it is,
No.
but that's how it is. So
Do you need me to
what's
drop
going
in the
on,
link?
Ann? Did you get any snow like it was predicted?
Not as much as was predicted. I had a preemptive snow day and it really was unnecessary, but not like I'm not going to take it, but like my
Oh, I don't
place,
blame you.
my place of work was shut down. So, I mean, what else do you do?
Did they stop the party at the pub crawl near you?
Yeah, I mean, eventually.
Yes, that's true, Chomsky. Treats will.
What?
He said you'd
Yeah.
kick his ass.
Yeah, I know. Everybody knows that.
You're just lucky Joe Bob's not here, Chomsky. I'm sure she'd have a thing or two to say to you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm filling in for Joe.
It would be in some weird dialogue that only Brits and Aussies understand, so the rest of us wouldn't have
Some
clue what the
wild
words
clicking
mean.
language or something. Or whatever they do in Tasmania.
Something like that. So what's everybody working on? Anybody?
This again.
I know,
Oh,
just think, pretty soon
No
you're going to be done with that. And
I
then
know.
somebody will ask you and you'll just be like, oh, I started something new finally.
Yeah.
How much more do you have to go on that, Annie?
About seven,
Like too much.
about
Aw.
7 wedges, I think.
oh,
It depends, Tom. It depends, Tomsky. Joe Bob might be supportive. She might not. It depends on her mood.
I wouldn't risk it, but
Her get yourself sorted might come out that nicely. Because
Ooh.
Joe knows how to use her words, and we miss her. I think she's at the Royal Easter Show in Australia, where all the animals are, and we miss her.
Real animals, not crazy animals.
I know. No. Annie, I'm going to be so excited when you're finished with that and you can work on something else.
Me too. It's kind of been good though, because I get sort of I get busy in my head about different projects and what I'll do with different wool and things like that. And just knitting this has just stopped all of that sort of
Oh.
deliberating about things.
Are you a monogamous knitter?
No, not at all.
Oh.
But I have been with this just because I have to, don't I? Really, I can't.
Get
If I
rid of
stop,
it.
it'll never get done.
She just wants it over with.
So, yeah.
Annie might need therapy when she's done with all that mohair.
I've got so much more mohair.
It's so pretty though. It's going to be so.
I don't know what I'll do.
It is.
It's really warm. I
pretty.
was just sitting downstairs feeling a bit cold, and I had it over my knees, and it's really warm.
Just
I
in
know
time for
Tabitha's-
spring and summer.
Tabitha's eyeing yours, thinking, "Do I really want to go there?" And then fight
Yeah.
happens,
Do
and
you
she's
really?
like, "Yes, I do."
Yeah, she knits faster than me.
Oh.
I think I went up a needle size because I'm using a US 4, but I have 4,600 yards of contrast color. So
Mhm.
I'm hoping that even going up, I won't run out of yarn.
Yeah, I was
No.
watching your podcast yesterday with the big, beautiful boxes of greens and blues. Like,
That I almost
yes.
dropped.
yeah.
That
They're
would have been.
lovely.
Oh, gorgeous.
They are pretty. I was going to ask you, what is the shawl you're doing the red, white, and black in? What shawl pattern?
I don't know. I found it on Ravelry if you go to the website, it's free. I'll share it in our group. But it's white and black, or it's not. The one I'm gonna do is white and black with a red ruffle because it's like the perfect Wicked Witch of the West or East or whoever the lady is that got the house dropped on her. But it's knit on the bias like the Morticia shawl.
Yeah, East.
Neil.
Annie's knitting the ugly cat shawl from Blocked Magazine issue 5, maybe. I
Well, he
think
took it out because
Yeah.
he messed up.
it's being recalculated, and it's going to be available in 3 different sizes.
Calculating.
This one being the
calculating.
largest.
That one being super large and super size inclusive.
We
Because you
call
could
it
fit it
size
around.
10.
Because you could fit it
Yeah.
Is
around
that what
2
it's called?
people.
Yes.
Infinite Fat,
This one's a blanket.
Morbidly Obese.
And Tabitha's making a king size
Baptist
bed version.
revival.
It's the size is infinite fat.
Infinite Fat.
The thing is, Tabitha, that's going to be heavier in your yarn than it is in mohair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
I
you're not
know.
going to be able to take that with you working on it.
I
I'll have to
know.
work out mine. I'll have to work out at the end because they were part balls, these colours. A lot of them were just part balls. So I could do kind of a working out of how much I've used.
Just weigh it.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
mean. Weigh it and take the 4-ply that I used.
I can't
And
wait
then
till you're done with it,
calculate the
and then
rest.
you're going to show us all how to wear it.
Exactly.
Yeah. That too.
at least the giant size.
How many
Yeah.
times are you going to
Well,
wrap it
I
around your
might.
neck?
I know I've done it with my other shawls. I have been wondering, like.
It's the one that you wear with a friend. Just wrap it around both
Maybe.
of you.
Like those hand holding mittens, but for a family of 5.
Yes.
Yeah, those,
Yeah.
For the
yeah,
siblings,
those
you know,
hand-holding
fighting.
mittens. I get they're cutesy and all, but they're so not conductive to real life.
Mm,
No.
Mhm.
And they're so popular. I've seen like dozens of patterns of them. Oh, Neil says it's the fits the whole
Really?
fam. Oh,
Yeah. That shawl
It's the whole
definitely
poly fam.
So if you have 2 children who don't get along, I guess you would wrap
Wrap
them
them
both
in
in the shawl.
I missed that.
I will not.
like those old T-shirts when we were little.
The shawl for the
Oh,
sister wives. Yeah.
Yeah.
oh God.
Oh Lord, that's an image I didn't need. Morgan, what are you working on?
I am working on my float shawl. It's all bunched up, so it's kind of hard to see, but I just realized I'm past the halfway mark of the increases. So I have about 100 more times of increasing. And then I can do the ribbing part and then I'll finally be done. But it's one of those things where it's like this has
Nice.
been a whip for such a long time that I want to get it done. But see, like none of my whips are like close to being done. So it's like trying to pick. So I just randomly decided, you know what, I'll just pick this one and start working on it again because I'm like nowhere near done with anything. But that hasn't stopped me from starting other stuff. So,
Well, no, because
you know,
that's what makes us happy.
Yeah, you're not
Um,
a freak.
Morgan, L wants
Well,
to
that's
know
good
if
to
you
know.
finished. L wants to know if you finished the test she sent you.
Yes, I sent you a Discord message. I guess it never went through, I guess. But I had it with me because I know I haven't recorded anything in a while. But here it is.
Oh, it's pretty.
Oh, that is pretty.
Ooh.
Pretty.
Yeah. It was a lovely pattern. It went super, super quick. Yeah, I love it. I got, I think it was, oh, what's the name of the, not West Yorkshire Spinners, but, oh gosh, now I'm blanking on the name now. British wool, anyway. 100% British wool. Really, really soft. Why can't I think of the name now? See, this is when I
Jameson?
need to start. No. See, this is when I really need to start writing stuff down because I think I'll remember. And then it's like, no.
You sound like
no,
me.
No. Well, and it's bad.
I'm way
'cause, like,
older than you.
because, like, at work, people are like, you shouldn't be forgetting stuff. You should have a pretty good memory. And I'm like, shoulda, woulda, coulda. Here we are. But have I learned my lesson yet? No. But yes, a lovely, lovely pattern. I love it so much. It's so cozy.
It's
I'll find
pretty.
the label and then I'll remember it later after this. I'll be
Well,
like, oh
as,
yeah.
as long as it's not from any of our favorite yarn dyers, it's fine.
Oh,
It's,
yeah.
you're not remembering
Yeah.
their names,
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure that means if now that you finish, Neil will find something else for you to test knit for him.
Well, you see, he did, and I
Of
started.
course he
I started working on it, and I had every intention of getting it done, and then I just, for I'd say almost a month, I did not feel like picking up knitting at all. I like every time I'd come home, I'd tell myself, "Oh yeah, when you come home, just pick up and knit a few stitches." I mean, I didn't want to work on anything. I didn't want to work on the test. I didn't want to do anything, and I would even drag my knitting with me with every intention of like, okay, if I had nothing to do at work, I'd just knit.
Mhm.
But it felt like it was
Mhm.
too much effort somehow. Like it just didn't.
Mhm.
It just wasn't gonna happen. So finally, I told Neil, I'm like, look, this is not gonna get done in time. I'm still gonna do it, but it's gonna have to be for like a later issue. And he's like, that's fine. And I felt really bad. I was like,
Why?
it's fine.
Mm-mm.
It's Neil.
It's just Neil. Okay.
I wasn't
Tabitha
sure.
said it, not me.
I wasn't sure if it was
Tabitha
Tabitha
said that, not
or
me.
Anne who said that. Because either one,
Hey.
he'll be understanding.
I was gonna say I'm waiting for one of his comments to pop up and be like,
What's he gonna do? Fire
Listen
you?
here,
I mean, come on.
Yeah, what's he gonna do? Fire you from test knitting?
well, I mean,
You
He's
know, you do
fired
it
me.
for
He doesn't even ask me anymore. He's like, I'm not even going to give this to you.
Because you don't
That's
finish them.
that's because he hopes you'll be offended and insist on doing it. But since you don't, there's nothing you can
Right.
do.
Yeah, he can't shame you anymore, Tabitha. You are beyond.
Yep.
No.
Beyond shame. I don't care anymore.
Besides,
well,
you
I still
have
really
a
wanted
12
to finish it.
you have a 12-foot ugly cat shawl in it. So
I
you know.
know.
I still have
That
mine
fucking-
on the needles. I still have mine on the needles too. That just is in a bag. That it's like one of these days, I'll get back around to it. It's just, I mean, now I feel like,
Mhm.
like now I'm actually knit. Like this is the most knitting I've done in like the last couple months. So I'm kind of like, okay, I'm getting back into it. I'll still do, the test. It just won't be ready for, the soonest issue coming out.
Mm.
Sometimes I get in spells like that where I just don't want to knit. I just want to read.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I've been
And
doing a
it's
lot of
like-
reading.
Yeah. Yep.
So I totally get that.
Yep.
Therese, what are you working on?
Right
Did
now
you
I'm
finish
still
your Mark
working on my
Stolberg?
picnic blanket. No. Oh, hold on. I do have a finished object. You want to see it?
Mm-hmm.
I have. Okay, I might have to push. Hold on. This is going to be hot mess. Let me push this back so you can kind of see. I have a finished Mark Stolberg shawl.
Yay.
Oh, right this way.
Yay.
All right, here.
Ooh,
All right,
pretty.
you're not going to be able to see the whole thing because it's a triangle. Trust me, triangle. It has fringe.
Ooh, very cool.
Lots of fringe. Not fun. Not fun. I almost didn't put the fringe on. I asked Alyssa, I said, should I put the fringe on or not? Do I have to have the fringe? She's like, yes, you have to have the fringe. Yeah. Okay. So I put the fringe on.
So, Anne, you're going to be teaching?
Mark
This
Stolberg
is the first I've heard of
project.
it.
Well, evidently. Surprise!
Surprise, surprise.
Someone's asking. I've had no communication with Devin when it comes to teaching a class at her retreat. I taught a class last time, but okay. But your shawl's really cool, Therese. Sorry to interrupt.
Thank you. No, it's fine. No, I was sus about the fringe because it's a little boho, but it's okay.
Yeah, fun.
So it's done.
And you used up the yard.
Stolberg
And
is
then
done.
you don't. And you used up
I
the yard, so you don't have all
almost
that
all the
extra yard.
Nice.
Yeah, I have a little bit left because I kind of color controlled it. I didn't want I wanted the fringe to be very light colored. I didn't want the dark color in it, so I kind of color controlled it a little bit, but I don't have very much left.
Cool.
So now I got to find something else. Mm-hmm.
I think you said you were thinking of that new Hohi shawl.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
is that the
It's a one skein shawl.
Amlin? Yeah,
Yeah.
Amlin.
Amlin? Yeah.
That's what I
Yeah.
have to show.
It's
off.
one skein shawl.
Oh, you started it, Anne?
Yeah, I want to see.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, I do.
That's the pattern.
That's why we're here.
Right.
Yeah, it's
That
pretty.
I took it's kind of showing up weird on the screen, but it is a sock set from Holly of Mystery
Okay.
Mouse. It's her Everyone's Been on Murder, She Wrote sock set. So for the lace sections, I did the contrasting color. And then, yeah.
Oh,
That's pretty.
Ooh.
So you have enough in a
That's a
sock
good
set to do
idea.
all the contrasting?
Right, because in reading the pattern, it said that it was
Mhm.
like just barely enough for a single skein, and you can cut it a little
Yeah.
short if you need to. But I thought it'd be because I have had this sock set for a bit now, waiting for a project. And this is, it's mostly garter
Mhm.
and shaping and these little lace
That's
bits.
pretty.
So I thought
wow.
that would
You've gotten a lot done too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was me procrastinating from this, which I should really be working on, which is a blocked. So
Yeah, I need to get going on that too, now that Anne has helped me greatly come up with a solution.
Hmm.
I know I've been telling myself, it's like, oh, April 15th. That's great. I have time. It's like, no, I don't have time. Other people have to look at this, not just me.
That was my realization. I'm like, there's no way I'm making April 15th.
Oh,
Well, I would have time to knit it myself. It's just the whole writing up the pattern thing. You know,
mhm.
that part takes a little while.
Yeah.
But
I went
that's the
through
bare arms issue.
Oh yeah. I went through the Ravelry projects on that shawl because she says she used a 440 yard skein and used all of it. I was like,
Yeah.
whoa, crap. Because the one I wanted to use is 400 yards. I'm like, okay, that won't work. So I went on to all the projects, and some people were saying they had a skein that was 437. They had a little bit left.
Mhm.
And so I try to see what other people have done and whether I
Right.
can fudge mine. But if you put different color in that might work.
That's my plan.
I'm going to have to look into that because I want to do that one. It's a really pretty shawl.
It is.
Speaking of pretty shawls,
Well, and the fact
Joe
that it's one
Bob.
skein makes it pretty quick. Yeah.
speaking of shawls, very pretty shawls. Joe Bob, when you're
Yes.
watching this is for future. I'm putting it on the books. We're gonna make a murder knit shawl. We'll start like, I mean, I'll give us some time. Like, let's say we'll start sometime like mid-April. We're doing it. We're doing it. I'll send you a message. We'll say today we're casting one on.
Yay! That should make Miss Tabitha happy.
I don't know
Joe's
why
gonna
she has
be
such a
like,
fucking hard time with that goddamn shawl. It is the easiest shawl pattern in the world.
It is. Mine is by Mark Stallberg. Ooh.
Nice.
That's pretty. I love
I
it.
just have
Like
to
the
block
color.
it before Easter. Thank you. I finished it in the blue, and then I wanted it longer, but I didn't have any more yarn, so I threw it in the white. They're both Knit Picks Hawthorne. So
It's really pretty.
thanks. So that's my Mark Stallberg. I have to block it and post it. You know, it'd be hilarious if he responded to any of these. That would
I
just make
know.
it worth it.
That'd be awesome.
Tag
Oh,
Mark.
thank you, Thrifty Chickadee. It is nice to have Morgan back for sure, and thank you for liking my hair.
Aw,
Yes, we love Morgan.
thanks.
We do. So, Miss Tabitha, what are you working on of your 1,000 whips from yesterday?
I'm working on my newest shawl design, not for Joe Bob to ever knit. This will be the South by Southwest shawl. It's knitted in Knitting McPurley's fluff. And it's just a 2 skein DK weight, no gauge, no nothing, shawl pattern. It will be in the new Blocked magazine Bare Arms issue. That's what I'm working
Nice.
on.
Nice.
How many skeins does it take?
2. But you can, of course, you can customize it however you want. If you want a bigger shawl or a smaller shawl. I'm just doing the sample in DK weight with 2 full skeins.
Okay. Good to know.
It's basically a big 2-tone triangle is all it is.
Nice.
Very cool. I look forward to your photo shoot.
Oh yeah.
I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with it. Where I'm gonna go and stuff. Because I wasn't planning on doing this, and I was like, well, I want to knit this. And so
You have to keep
I don't
topping
have the
yourself
desert
in
I
your
can
photo
go
shoots.
to. What?
You have to keep topping yourself in your photo shoots.
Well, I can't really top the last one. That was pretty fancy.
That was
That
epic.
I
was.
don't know.
You could do a beach one at twilight.
Yeah, I could. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do though. This one, the new issue of Blocked. I'm gonna have. I'm writing an article about Tom and I's love story because it has a lot to do with guns and yarn, and it's the Bare Arms issue. So there'll be a photo of Tom in that one. Maybe Neil, if you're listening, put Tom as the photo as the cover girl with all his guns in his arms. It'll piss people off.
Nice.
Indeed.
I would buy
I
that
wasn't
magazine.
Yeah. You could convince him to be one of new blocked cover girls.
Mount
since you're the
Rushmore.
inaugural
Neil
one.
James.
You're the inaugural one, you know.
Neil James
Make it a
has
family
no
affair.
concept of geography.
Yeah, I'd have to go to Mount Rushmore, and that'd be a 7-hour drive for me,
Yeah.
7 or 8. So
Yeah.
That's like across
dead
the country,
body?
Neil.
He wants a dead body too. Is this supposed to be a random dead body, or are you expecting her to provide her own? Like details, Neil.
store-bought is fine.
Well, you could come to Detroit and get one of those.
Oh, God.
Or Vegas.
What is that, the Barefoot Contessa? If you don't have homemade, if you don't have a homemade dead body, store-bought is fine.
There was one for like Halloween that I saw that was like, oh, if you can't summon the eternal flames of hell, store bought is fine. Like, what?
You can tell we watch true crime.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
as I said before, yeah, Neil, a random body is fine. As I said before, I'm going to try my bestest to finish this and hopefully have a cover worthy photo. So competing.
Nice.
I'm not competing for the photo, so I'm hoping to have it finished in time for the issue, but I'm not competing for the photo. I'll leave that up to you, ladies.
Got a plan.
Tara, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I am working on a murder knit shawl.
Yay!
This is my live stream project.
Yay!
I'm
Very
also
cool.
almost done with my wildflower tee. I have
I'm so
one
excited.
sleeve and the I cord around the neck to finish. And then
I'm excited for that one because I love your colors. It's very pretty.
yeah, it's turned out
Very
really
good.
nice.
Hmm.
So now I have to go through my yarn and find a sock set for that shawl.
Hmm.
So now I really want to knit it.
Me too. I've got a sock set. Or 20.
I have some. It's just a matter of which one I think is gonna less chat and more knitting.
I know.
Isn't Neil rude as hell?
He is. He's a little salty tonight. I don't know.
Yeah, I never know what to do with my sock sets. So that was one of the things where I'm like, oh, wait, the shawl pattern. Perfect. Something.
Make reflections of the Mind Cow. Duh.
Right?
I know.
Yeah.
But
No, Annie's still chugging away at her ugly cat shawl. And
I have this yarn. That would be pretty in that.
it would.
Ooh.
How's Millie, Annie?
Yeah, Annie, we need an update on Millie.
She's amazing. She's what did she do this morning? She followed us upstairs. She came upstairs. She's all right. She just looks like she's
Wow.
drunk now. She looks like she's drunk or injured, but it's all to do with her balance. So she's walking like she's on something that's spinning round really fast or something. She's just like walking really strange. But yeah, she's getting around.
And she's
My
eating
son
well.
came in from work, and
For
she followed my son up to his room when he came in. She's eating,
Oh, good.
yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, do
She said-
you know what? I think she's deaf, and I think she's been deaf since we got her. Because she never responded to her name at all, and she's had this thing with her ears. So I think she's actually deaf.
Maybe that's not her
Sometimes
name.
Well, maybe it's not. Doesn't sort of respond to anything. You can creep up on her.
Maybe she identifies as another name.
She does. You know, if she's sleeping, she doesn't
Right.
hear you. She doesn't hear you approach, and then you touch her, and she goes, "Woo!" You can call her anything, yeah. I don't tend to call her Millie very much anyway. Been calling her Princess lately.
Aw.
She's been treated like one.
Been like one, yeah.
My parents thought my brother was deaf when he was a toddler because he wouldn't respond to them. And so my dad came up behind him and hit a bunch of pots and pans. and he jumped up, shot up, and ran away. So then I realized he wasn't Jeff. He was just
He was
ignoring
just
them.
ignoring them.
Oh,
Yeah. I was like, gee, thanks. I'm glad I didn't act like I was Jeff because that would be kind of mean. But, that was back in the 60s where parents had different techniques for things.
Yeah. So
I've
what's
left her
everybody
out. I
gonna
thought
do?
she might
Oh,
come, but
go
she
ahead.
hasn't. What was
I
What?
don't know what everybody's gonna do after they do the thing that they're doing.
I have to cast on my Bare Arms project, and then I want to knit. I don't know. I want to knit the Monstera cardigan by Hoagie, and I have yarn coming for that because Tabitha, who's a terrible person, showed me yarn from Euphoria Knits, and
Love that.
Oh, yeah.
it's so pretty that she forced me to buy some. She's just so mean that way.
And she's a liar.
I am.
I'm not gonna buy any more yarn. I'm done buying yarn. Okay.
Okay, well, I really am this time because we're broke as fuck. So,
Yeah, I wasn't gonna buy any more yarn either,
I've
except
been
for.
here for 2, 3 years, 4 years, whatever.
okay, but it's
And then
real
I
this
went
time.
I did like you saying that after you showed that palette and Holst yarn. You're like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to buy any more yarn.
I'm
Three
done. I'm done
boxes of
buying
it.
yarn. Okay.
Here's 3 boxes of
Yeah.
yarn.
That was
I
for all
made
the
the
new
mistake
people.
of going to
Yeah.
a fiber festival.
Don't you have to buy them there though? Isn't that required?
Yeah,
I
you
think
do.
so. I spent too much, but it's all really pretty.
We have one coming up, and I'm ignoring it.
We don't really get fiber festivals here, but there is a new yarn store opening on April 1st. But I don't know if it's more a sewing and yarn store, so I'll have to check it out. But
I just
I'm
went to
working
a
on
tongue
a.
show.
Did you?
I did.
Whose?
It's by Knits and Pearls Fiberworks. I believe she's based out of Madison, Wisconsin.
It sounds familiar.
But yeah, I went in and I told myself, oh no, you probably shouldn't get anything, and then I walked out with some things. Worth it though, very very
That's what
worth
you
it.
do.
I mean, I just couldn't resist.
Look, Tabitha.
I
It's
like
getting
that.
there.
That's pretty.
It's a fingering weight version of my new cardigan. This one's specifically because Tabitha wants a fingering weight one for something, and I told her I would adapt this pattern for it. And I'll probably wear a fingering weight duster more than I'll wear a heavier cardigan. So I'll work on this for a while till I get really bored, and then I'll switch to something else and then go back to it. So
Oh, when am I supposed to have that done by?
I don't know. You told me December. So I'll have you the pattern by like
December?
next month. Since I'm not getting it
Okay,
tested,
yeah.
since you are the only other person knitting it, so I don't need it tested. I'll get it to you at the end of the month.
Okay.
But I do want to start that new Hoagie shawl that Anne's working on because it's so pretty, and that looks like it would be a good gift shawl, like if you're doing it for holiday gifts or for fundraisers or that kind of thing, because it doesn't look like it would take so long.
No, I've really flown through it. And like I said, I've been procrastinating while knitting it. So every one of those stitches is me going, oh no, I'm gonna, it's okay. I'm not doing nothing. I'm knitting the shawl. It's fine. I'm good. We're good. We're fine here.
Well, hopefully you'll have enough yarn and you won't have to take drastic measures.
Don't do that.
Because once is
concerned
okay.
about
I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know how twice is, Anne.
Wait, drastic measures? I feel like I'm missing something that happened. I've missed a lot, evident,
Just,
but you know.
just ask Anne about her mingling daisies later. She'll give you the whole scoop.
Oh,
Okay. I see.
It's terrible.
Magic.
It's a gorgeous shawl, though.
Very, very briefly, I undid and redid like a 500 stitch I-cord edge like 3 times because I kept running out of yarn, and then I went
Ooh.
down a couple of rows, and then I kept doing it, and it still wasn't enough yarn. So I took another yarn, another lovely hand-dyed yarn, and I put Sharpie on it to match the stupid yarn that I was knitting, because there was only this much left, that much left of the edge.
That's
Oh no.
dedication.
Oh yeah.
I would have given up. You said you ripped it out 3 times. I would have stopped after the first.
I'm like,
Like,
no,
that
Yeah.
would have been it for me.
Mhm.
nope.
I would have stopped after the first and gotten a totally different color and made it a contrast color and just been done with it.
Yeah, or
I-
something.
you-
Yeah.
You know,
You have
all
more
good-
dedication than me.
I did not do
Yeah.
those options. It was okay. It's a beautiful shawl, and I love it, and the pattern is great and everything. But it got kind of painful at the end. Like, you know, a couple of the
I
sections,
mean-
like, oh, this is easy, but a couple of them are like really intense. You know, little cables and eyelets, and yeah.
Honestly, it's the galloping horse thing. In your town, you're gonna wear that down the street, and nobody's gonna go, "Oh my God, look at her shawl! Look what she did to her shawl." Nobody's
I
gonna
would.
do
I'd be like, I see the Sharpie.
that.
I see the Sharpie and it sucks, and I'm like, ah.
Just like if I ever see one of those Geo gradients in the wild, I'm gonna whisper, "I see you, Nazi," and I'm just gonna walk away.
Nazis.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
No, I need to get caught up on everyone's podcasts because I've been so behind. But I was laughing when I was watching it Knit Night from what was it? Not last week, but like the week before. Liz, when you and Neil were talking about testing and stuff like that. I was
Oh, when we said
dying.
that he just tells you you're testing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that was funny. But yeah,
Well, we
I need
had-
to get caught up with everyone's like I'm so behind. Like even like watching stuff, I was just like I'm so tired. I just don't feel like
Mhm.
it. Even though I wanted to, and I was like, I'm just so tired. I'm just gonna go to bed. And then,
Mhm.
But I think now things are gonna kind of change. I mean, well, I know my schedule's changing yet again, and hopefully this time it'll be a little bit better in terms of more like consistent in terms of like day shift hours. So then maybe I
Okay.
won't be like, so tired all the time switching back and forth between
Oh, yeah.
That's rough.
first. Well,
that's-
and it's weird because it's like a hybrid like first and
Mhm.
second shift thing. So it's not like well, speaking of that, Neil, it was one of those things. Okay, so back in February was my birthday, and
Oh,
You know that. Happy birthday.
thanks,
You know.
belated.
thanks. Well, and everyone's like, "Oh, so it's your 25th birthday," and one of my aunts was like, "Oh yeah, you're a quarter of a century old," and I'm like, "Why do we gotta phrase it like that? Like what? Like that just makes it sound, And then my cousin, who is a month older than me, so she's like, "Yeah, I got to turn 25 first. You're welcome." I'm
Oh, so you're gonna have
"Why
a
we gotta
quarter
make it
life crisis
sound
now?
older than what it is, right? Yeah,
It doesn't matter
That was
until
for
you
you,
hit.
Amy.
It doesn't really count till you hit 50. Then you're half
Wow.
a century. Then you start thinking of it that way. But
Right.
up until then, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. So that was fun. But yeah.
Well, I'm glad you got your knitting mojo back.
Me
That's
too.
nice, yeah. I mean, I go through phases because I do so many different things that, like, I'm doing all this knitting and crocheting. It's like, okay, but you're not sewing. Well, then you do sewing. Then, well, I should be weaving. Oh, I should, there's all this. You should.
I saw that Shauna in her latest podcast that she has started supported spinning. And
Uh-huh.
I have a supported spindle. I did not do much with it. It was
Mm.
it was a Mirkwood spindle like she has, and the entire glory of a Mirkwood spindle is that it's beautiful and it catches you with the names. They're like, oh, it's Lord of the Rings, this and that, and it's lovely and it's hand turned and there's a little gem in the top, and isn't this beautiful? I'm like, okay, I have to have that. And now it's they're like, aren't you going to do something with that? Aren't you going to,
Mm-hmm.
so
No, because it's in its perfect spot where it needs to be for you to look at. Because it's pretty.
well, right now it's in a bag. But
And you need to find a perfect spot for it, Anne. And then you can
Yeah.
justify it because it's decorative.
right. Well,
Mm.
and part of the thing with supported spinning is that with the spinning wheel, it tugs the yarn more. So supported spinning, you're supposed to get it like ultra fine is the advantage. But yeah, I haven't perfected a method for that. I'm just,
Isn't
One
that
day.
what Andrea Mallory's doing now? 100
Oh, is
days
she?
of supported spinning or something?
not sure.
I don't know. I get her newsletter. Oh, Liz Kennett says you're a wee bairn, Morgan, because you're only 25. So
Well, that's good. That
We
makes me
can.
feel better.
Please.
yeah,
If we did a Freaky Friday thing and then you got to switch back, you would feel very much better about yourself. Just
yeah.
getting out of bed is rough sometimes.
You're not making her
Yeah.
look forward to the future.
I was like, oh, good.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. You don't have a choice, so you don't have to,
Right.
look forward. You just have to live it and
I mean, that's
Right.
true.
deal with it.
Endure.
And just
Yeah,
no,
endure.
you know what? No,
No,
it's all
not
about you.
endure. Just
It's your attitude. You know what? It's just that's the way it
Exactly.
is, and you're gonna do it. I mean, that's how you have these 90-year-old people jet skiing and doing everything. It's just mind over matter,
exactly.
If I'm 90 and jet
I wanna be in a
skiing,
nursing
then,
home.
I don't jet ski now. I can't imagine doing it when
I
I'm
know.
90, but
I'm just
Maybe.
saying,
I know what you mean.
you don't die when you're 50.
Unless you do.
We're not on the prairie. Well, Anne's on the prairie, but we're not.
That's right.
Yeah, but the buffalo don't roam there anymore, so I think she's okay
No, because
for now.
aren't they jumping
They're
off
more
a cliff
limited
or
than they used
something?
to be.
They're jumping off a cliff or something. They're all running. What is that? Where they run off the cliff?
Lemmings?
No, there's buffalo. What is it? It's buffalo running off the cliff thing? It's maybe it's west of you, Ian.
Aw.
I think it is.
I
We
mean,
love you too, Amy. We miss you. Enjoy your bath.
hi,
Enjoy your
Amy.
bath.
Hope you feel better.
Yeah.
Well, I've had a go
And-
at watching people's podcasts sped up a little bit like Amy does. And it's quite good.
It depends
Okay, it's
on who
Wyoming.
it is.
Okay.
Because some of their
There's a
voices,
place.
some voices aren't good sped up.
No.
They sound weird.
What am I doing?
But my daughter listens
just-
to everything twice the speed.
Yeah, it just means you can consume more. You can like catch up with everything.
Mhm.
Depends what you're watching. Depends who it is.
She did started it in college when she was watching lectures with boring professors.
Mm.
Ah, right. Well, yeah. Good idea.
My time is about to be consumed because baseball's starting, and it's 162 games. So
Yeah,
I gotta throw that into the rest of my watching stuff.
it's
Mm.
also hockey season, and the playoffs start next
Mhm.
month. So
Everything. Well, right
hopefully my
now
team
it's,
will
as the
win
title
again.
says, March Madness.
Yeah, there's teams that I don't remember seeing before in it. Like
There's
some
a
team
lot.
from Jersey City.
Yeah.
That blew my mind.
Yeah.
I like how you guys
Anybody
base
find-
your viewing off of sports, and I'm like, well, right now it's
Well-
the season My 600-pound life is in season, and next it'll be Sister Wives. I don't have sports. I have, reality time.
I'm like, oh,
Well,
bake-off
well,
season has passed. I'm sorry, guys. I'm wide open.
well, we have lots of sports teams in Vegas now, professional sports teams, and the only good one is the hockey team. So we support them because
Yeah.
the football team sucks, and we're getting Oakland's lousy baseball team, which will probably suck when they're here. And then we have some women's NBA team, and we have rugby, and a couple others that I've never heard of.
He's cool.
And then we have the Stanley Cup champions, the Knights. So we watch them because they're our team. They were an expansion team, so they didn't come from somewhere else. They actually started in Vegas, and it's like the only team that really did. So
Yeah.
they're very popular here.
Yep.
And we have to survive the chaos of having the Super Bowl here with what's her name and her entourage of crazy.
Shh.
Oh yeah, and the Chiefs are here too.
Shh. Yeah, those people.
I have to say, after the Super Bowl, I haven't seen anything online about them. Are they still a thing, or is it
Oh,
they're
yes.
everywhere.
Oh
They're
yes, because
everywhere.
a couple of the news sites I have
They went
show
to
them
the
all the time.
Bahamas, and
Yeah.
She's burning up all her jet fuel.
Man, I haven't seen anything, and I'm like, huh, that's really been a government plant.
Nope. They're still around.
No, they're
I don't think
together.
I don't think he's gonna play much longer. I think he'll retire because he wants to be in Hollywood.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think he's gonna
Yep.
ditch football
Yep.
because he already produced some movie or something. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, I don't even know what it was. I just know they said it was coming out soon.
Yay.
I don't know. He's got to, get into Hollywood while he's still with her before, she breaks up with him. And he loses all his connections
Writes an album.
and writes an album. Yeah. 'Cause it seems to be what she does.
Has he broke the record
I'm
then?
on the other side. I'm like, I don't like Taylor Swift at all. I don't care about Taylor Swift, but I want
No.
her to marry her stupid jock and then live out her cheerleader dreams that she clearly has held over
There you
from
go.
high school. I want them to get married. I want them to have 5
Yes.
children, be very happy, and leave me alone. That's my
5? Can you say specifically 5
Yes.
children?
Get off the bleachers, Taylor.
exactly.
What's with 5? Like, what? Any particular
Not
reason
particular
for
reason,
5?
just many, several.
Oh, okay.
Just
In a bunch.
So that
have some.
she's too busy to be in the limelight.
She's
basically.
too busy.
Exactly.
Too busy
And I
to
don't
be in
want
the
to know
spot.
any of their children's names. Not a one.
No.
You know who else probably wants the
Oh.
same thing, Yan, is probably Beyonce. Because, she's
Yeah,
taken
take her
over,
too.
since now she's cosplaying country music and trying to do everything that
Okay,
Taylor
country
said.
music hasn't been country music for a very long time.
No, and that's why it works for her, because if it was old time country music, I don't think she would do it. But
No, of course not.
Oh,
'Cause
Liz,
then she
don't
couldn't
go.
cry.
Liz,
Liz, stay in the
You know
chat.
what I
We love you.
Oh, because
Liz
she's
is
a
a-
she's a Swiftie.
She is
It's
a
okay.
Swiftie.
Look, I'm wishing
It's
for her
okay.
benefit.
Okay.
I hope
Anne
that
wants her married, Liz.
Oh,
She
wait.
doesn't want her.
Yeah.
She doesn't want her,
Hey.
on her own.
bless and keep the czar far away from us. Like, I don't want her around.
Yes.
I just want her happy.
We want
and-
her to be happy elsewhere.
And it's fine. A lot of people love her music, and that's great. It's just not my thing. It's my daughter's thing because my daughter grew up with it. I didn't.
Right.
She ripped off a Canadian kids show with that Texas song. Wow.
I don't know.
I did not know that, Neil.
Oh,
surprised me,
I
so-
did hear that. I did hear that.
Doesn't
Franklin,
surprise me.
was that his name? I
I
heard
don't know.
something. I don't know.
Well,
I don't
I'll
know
be
anything
controversial.
about
I
music, so-
fucking love that song. So F all you guys.
It's-
That is my
It's
jam.
a fun, the song is okay. It's
Okay.
just I don't think she really cares about country. I think she's just
I
trying
thought
to
Break
figure
Me
out
Up was your
another-
Listen to it
jam.
with the windows down and the music up. We play that all the time. That is our
Okay.
jam.
I
Okay.
like the beginning, like verse, and then after
Yes,
I'm
Frank.
kind of like, you know. But it's
Mm.
like the beginning I like, but then after that I'm kind of like, eh.
I love it.
You know
I don't
what?
like
I couldn't give a
Beyonce,
shit
but I
one way
love
or
it.
the other. But they're all every TikTok or Instagram or whatever feed, they use that song. So it's like, enough. I don't care. Stop it.
Well, it's better that song than that Dylan Mulvaney crap.
Jesus.
You know, that was disgusting.
Well,
And
I
so
keep my phone
bad.
on silent, so I still haven't heard the Beyonce
Right.
song. I haven't liked her since she left Houston.
Yes.
The kids
Tails.
can never talk politics again.
Or,
There you
what's
go,
it called?
Liz. We want her to be happy too. We don't want to know. We don't want to know about her life. We just want her to be happy.
Yes.
And you know,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Destiny's Child.
So they're remaking more movies as usual because
Of course.
they can't just make something new. They have to remake old stuff. Has anyone
They're
watched
not
the
doing well,
Roadhouse
most
movie?
of them.
Well, no.
God,
'cause
why? Why? Why would I?
don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't plan to watch
I agree
it.
with everybody that said that the Ghostbusters movie should have stopped at the first one.
I have not watched the two recent ones. My son went and
Yeah.
saw the second Dune movie this weekend, and he said it was really good.
Yeah.
But I haven't watched it yet.
I haven't either. I was going to rewatch the first Dune movie. I'm like, yeah, everyone really likes the second one. I should rewatch the
Oh
first.
my God, yeah.
And it was like, I forgot. It's Space LAX. That's like, if you really like spaceships going up and then going down, this is the movie for you. Like, you're waiting for the plane to come and you're like, oh, wait, everyone's going to come out of the plane. Oh, wait, they came out of the plane. It's been so long since I've seen you. I'm like, it's been 10 minutes movie time. Man, I miss you. This is great. Wait, we got to have another session. Wait. The plane is coming. Like, so much of the plot of the movie is that. I'm like, okay. No. This is, deep and like there's all these machinations of politics. And I'm like, there's another plane again. When will it stop? But
evidently, on the Barbie success, Margot Robbie's making a live action Sims movie.
in
Sims movie?
Yeah. Yep.
Who's drowning in the swimming pool?
Don't know. I don't know.
Have a Sims movie without that.
I don't know. Somebody's ringing.
I have somebody messaging me that I don't understand why she's messaging me. So.
Oh, I almost forgot. So I just looked over because I was, like looking to see if I wanted to work on a different project now that I'm kind of over,
Wandering eyes.
constantly only doing one increase. One. I have to go. I'm only at like 100. Okay, so I think I'm at 100 at like a little over 120. I still have to get to 220 stitches, and it's only one stitch increase. I'm over this. I'm so over
What
this.
pattern? What pattern is that?
It's called the float shawl. Wait, hold on. Wait a minute, because I might get this incorrect, and then, wait. I'm pretty sure it's called the float shawl. Yeah, the float shawl by Anne. I believe her name is Anne Barker, and it's a beautiful pattern. I love it. But I'm about ready to break down and start doing like increases on like the other like end of it, or maybe doing like 2 increases in a row, because I'm so tired of just doing one at a time. It's starting to wear on me a little bit, and I just want this thing done. It's been a whip for like well over 2 years, maybe. I'm ready for it to be done now. But anyway, I was looking over.
Is it the one with the little flowers?
Yeah.
Is it the color pulling one?
Mm-hmm. And it's so pretty. Like I love how it's turning out. I can't wait to block it. But it's just it's just
Mm.
Pretty.
but I'm starting to really just kind of just be over it a little bit. And I still have a whole nother skein that I'm theoretically supposed to use.
So can you just turn it into a cowl now and be done with it?
Well,
Mm.
Can you turn
no,
around and stitch it around and make it a cowl, like a bandana cowl, and be
well,
done with
no,
it?
because I have a really thin end down here, and then
Oh.
it keeps in, again, it's kind of hard to tell because it's bunched up on the needle, but
What?
Oh, Liz has a new channel.
ooh.
She's from Ukraine. Teddy's Knit Garden.
Ooh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Let's
But
write it
anyhow,
down.
Check that out.
I looked over and I forgot I had another finished object.
Oh yeah, your hat.
Yeah. So
That's
I was
so
like, oh, I
pretty.
forgot about this. Thanks. So it was like the first thing because I had it started for a while. I think I only had like the ribbing done, and then I was like, all right, I'm gonna finish something come hell or high water. And I figured this would be, and this would be the quickest instant gratification thing ever. So I was like, all right.
Yay.
So yeah.
Sometimes those are needed. You just need to put what you're working on aside and do something like a hat or a murder knit shawl or something you get done in a few days and feel good about yourself.
Yes.
Because
That's why I'm probably gonna cast on sooner than the middle of April because I just want to finish things. But of course everything I have is in like nowhere close to being finished because it's either a sweater, a cardigan, a shawl. Let's see what else. A blanket. I forget what else now because I have so
Therese,
many.
Liz wants you to put Taylor Swift on loudspeaker when she calls again.
She's not calling. It's not Taylor Swift. It's pretty much the opposite of Taylor Swift. Ugh.
It's the opposite of Taylor Swift.
I'm so curious. It's a messenger, which I don't have messenger. It's a messenger message. Like you can make a phone call like messenger from my best friend in high school. And we don't really communicate. Like if I go on Facebook, we like each other's posts and that kind of thing, or we'll say happy birthday to each other. But other than that, we don't really talk. So this is kind of curious as to what this is about. But she can wait.
It's Keith Richards. I guess he's the opposite of Taylor Swift.
Keith Richards?
I
I would answer it if it was Keith Richards.
You'd answer that one.
Yeah, for
Cracks
sure.
me up because he's like 100 years old and he's got like 3-year-old
He's
twins.
outlive all of us. Okay.
I think they said that the surviving members of the Rolling Stones are like a cumulative age of like 490.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Crazy. And they're still performing, so hey, most 90-year-olds can't dance like Mick Jagger does. So.
Well, they lost Charlie. So
or all 90-year-olds dance like Mick Jagger does, depending on how you feel about it.
Right. Toddlers. Yeah, all of them.
Anybody got any good true crime they've been watching?
No,
Other than
Chrissy
other
Mayer.
than the Ruby Frankish stuff. Oh, Chrissy's thing was
Chrissy
horrific.
Mayer. Oh my God.
I looked up the
broke my
story
heart.
because I looked up the story because it happened in the next town over.
Yeah.
The town my son lives in, and there's no news really, not since it happened.
No.
There's no
It's just heartbreaking to
suspect
watch
or
her.
anything.
What happened?
Yeah, her dad was murdered
Home
5 months
invasion.
ago. He and his girlfriend were shot.
October.
He was shot in the head and she was shot in the chest. She survived, but he died instantly. But she hasn't talked about it till the other day. She's intentionally not talked about it online.
And she
They
did a
murdered
stream and it was
because
very
of
emotional.
her?
No.
What?
I don't
Or
think so.
They have no suspects, and from
Mm-mm.
it kind of looked like he lived in a gated community. So
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah, Lake Las Vegas is very high-end community. It is not,
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't have a lot of cameras and stuff. If not on the gates, but just
Yeah,
the
it's kinda
individual
weird.
homes having cameras. But
And they
They
said
steal
that
anything?
the neighbors
It was a
wouldn't talk
robbery.
to the I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
It was
I don't know if the
so
neighbors
sad.
wouldn't talk to the police or the neighbors wouldn't talk to the press.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because the article I read said they wouldn't talk. No one wanted to talk to the press about it, which
Well, why would
I
you?
can't say as I blame them. But it was she had just found out she was pregnant, or she had just told him she was pregnant a couple of days
Yeah.
before that. So
It is so sad. Ugh, it's terrible.
yeah. And then all the Ruby Frankie stuff came
Yes.
out, which those women are evil,
Yeah, I watched that today.
Yeah.
just plain evil. And they don't. Neither one of them feels like they did anything wrong.
No.
You listen to their jailhouse. Jody saying that she was put there because she's suffering like Jesus did, and she's there to convert people.
What?
You know, her
Yeah,
Oh no, I
her
don't think so.
her tone, you know, when she's on and you listen to the audio recordings of her on the phone, reminds me a lot of Jeff Warren's. They
yes,
have the same tone, the
Ah.
same cadence, the same.
Mhm.
It's like the female version of Jeff Warren's. And there's some, I'm going to say this is going to piss people off, but there are some tenets of the Mormon faith that this is what they believe, and to order to fulfill their beliefs, this is what they do. But it was very chilling when I was listening to her talk on the phone. I was like, oh my God, this is Jeff Warren's all over again.
yeah. She definitely has a savior, has a complex for sure. And then Ruby's more concerned about herself. And I'm sorry, but does anyone else think the husband should be in jail too? Because he
Well,
clearly knew what stuff was going on
how would
while
you
he was still
not?
there. Those kids were being abused long before Jody came along, and he was part of it. And then he just left because Jody convinced him that he was lustful and had pornful thoughts and he should move out. So he's been supporting them, paying all the bills and everything, and just ditched his kids and had nothing to do with them. Not even the older ones who moved out. Like, that makes no sense.
Now I gotta watch all this because I don't know about any of this at all. So now I gotta watch. Is it on YouTube or is it on?
It's everywhere. It's on YouTube,
Yeah.
Law and Crime. They were the 8 Passengers YouTube account. It was a parents and their 6 kids for years. They documented Mormon influencers, and it was very
Influencers,
questionable
yeah.
at the time because their parenting were very scary.
Yeah.
And she got hooked up with this therapist who was approved by the church. In fact, you can read lots of interviews by people that Jody had hurt long before she hooked up with Ruby,
Mm.
and kicked the husband out and decided that younger 2 children, according to them, were demons. And so they had to get Satan out. So basically, they were running a torture camp for the 2 children, had them waterboarding them and starving and not giving them water, making them work outside barefoot in the sun in the desert in the summer, 120-degree heat, doing all sorts of torture to them to get the evil out. Shaved a little girl's head. When the cops came, they didn't even know she was a girl. They thought she was a little boy. They couldn't even tell because she was so emaciated and she had no hair. Because they kept shaving her head as a punishment. Because the hair is, I forget what word Jody used. But yeah, it was terrible what these kids went through. And the mom
They
and her
bound their arms,
left.
haven't they?
Yeah, they were
Bound the
burnt.
wrists and the feet together, and they
And Jody,
got
Jody even
injuries.
said that they didn't do that to him. Yes, they put the duct tape and stuff on him, but if he
Yeah, they
held
injured
still, he wouldn't have
themselves.
gotten hurt. They injured themselves by trying to get out.
By trying to get them off.
And
And then they put
Mhm.
what did they dress them with? The wounds? Something ridiculous.
honey
wasn't
and
honey,
cayenne
was it?
pepper. Honey and
Honey,
cayenne
yeah.
pepper.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess it's supposed to be a natural antibiotic properties because
Well,
they couldn't
honey
take him to the
is,
I'm not sure
yeah,
doctor.
about the
but
pepper.
yeah.
They couldn't take him to
Well,
the
it wasn't
doctor
working.
because no, and the little boy escaped and went to the neighbors, and the police came and got his sister. It took him 4 hours to convince her to come out of the closet that she had been in. because she was so terrified. And then they arrested them, and they pled guilty
Didn't
because there
speak,
was
did
so
she?
much evidence. You know, they arrested him because there was so much guilt info. Like the mom kept a journal saying what she did to them, like the Nazis used to. So they had all the evidence. There's no way they would have gotten off at trial.
Just like Warren
Okay.
Jeffs, Mormons are very particular. They document everything.
Well, she
Everything.
did. You know, they would poke him with cactuses and make him walk in the hot rocks without socks and shoes in the summer sun in Utah. Not feed him, or
Kind of like reminiscent of like Lori Vallow, except without
yeah, it is. It's very
Yeah.
reminiscent of
Yeah.
that style. And neither one of them think they did anything wrong. Both in their when they did their plea deals, they both were all cheerful, saying, you know, how bad they feel about stuff. But they played their jailhouse phone calls, and neither one of them think they did anything wrong. Jody or the mom was complaining how the worst thing is she was misunderstood. You know, the worst thing is you were torturing your children. You know,
But most
Right.
narcissistic psychopaths don't think that they're doing anything wrong. They think they have a
Well-
calling, or they think that they are the arbiter of truth. And I mean, that's part of the whole.
Then you throw religion
you
into
know.
it and beliefs that
Right.
certain sects
Right.
of those believe, and it just
Right.
blows it all up. And it's
Yeah.
their story reminds me a lot of the Barons, the Under the Banner of Heaven,
yeah,
that
Yes.
show off of Hulu. It was based off of a book, reminding me very much of that too. How the men thought they were doing God's work and killing people, and
what I found interesting was in the interview with Kevin, I guess he had been going to Jody's conferences on the men, and she had lived with one of the other families before she moved in with them. And that other family basically kicked her out. And she claimed that they had kidnapped her and were torturing her and stuff. But the other family said she was hitting on the husband. And so that's why she wouldn't stop hitting on the husband. So that's why they kicked her out. And then she moved in with Kevin and Ruby because she needed a place to live. Because I guess
I
there were
thought the house
ghosts and
that
stuff. It is, but there were ghosts. She was being tormented by ghosts, she told him. And he said
Okay.
when
'cause
she
I thought
moved
the
in,
house
all these crazy supernatural things happened when she moved in.
Okay.
Yeah, that was odd. That was very odd.
Yeah. But I think she has a thing for Ruby. I don't know if Ruby has the thing for her, but I think Jody's in love with Ruby.
Mhm.
And
wasn't there another family that came forward and said that she had tried to sleep with the wife and
Mhm.
separate the husband, and or like
Mhm.
multiple families that she would come in under the church's orders to be the counselor, and she would separate the husband and wife, and then she would try and sleep with the wife.
Criminal, lesbian, Mormons, I've heard it all.
I think she would sleep with whichever one she thought was going to give her the best advantage.
That's the world we're
Either men
living
or
in now.
female. But even her own niece, she had tortured her own niece years and years ago, and her niece had come out about it years ago. And she was describing the things that had been done to her before any of the evidence came out. And it's almost the exact same things that came out in the evidence about these other two kids. The things she said that Jody did. And there's only, she had no idea what Jody had done to these other kids, but it was almost the exact same things. It's just terrific. And people like that, should never be let out of jail.
No.
But they're both hoping,
Because that
good
kind of evil
behavior.
doesn't.
It's
No,
very much
that
like
kind of
Josh
evil
Duggar.
doesn't get rehabilitated.
Jody reminds me a lot of Josh Duggar because he's in prison, preaching and helping people, and she's doing the same thing because it makes them look good to get out.
Speaking of Josh Duggar, I haven't heard hardly anything about him. Like, has he run through all of his appeals?
I think so.
Like, I remember hearing about that for a while, that he was trying to appeal his stuff, and Anna was
did,
still with him,
but they turned down his appeal.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah, Jody's niece said she was very good at brainwashing. Oh, Amy, oh no. I'm sorry. Are you sure you did it right? 'Cause
Now you're making
Uh-oh.
me.
Uh-oh.
I love my neti pot. Did you put it on the wrong hole? This is not a Gwen. What's the yoni pot? The
What?
vaginal seam?
Wait, what?
Wait a
oh,
minute.
Gwyneth
What?
Paltrow's. Yeah.
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 No, we're not going down a Gwyneth Paltrow hole, so to speak. No.
Any of them.
Or up.
Up or down? No.
She cracked me up the other day complaining about superhero movies. I'm like, I don't think she had a problem cashing any of the checks she got for being in them.
Not a
That's what
single
she
one.
said.
But, they're terrible and all. It's like, really? Because I'm sure they paid you pretty well.
Ah, yes, the exploitive superhero movies. Now tell me about Goop, Gwen.
Yeah, and your candle that smells
Can,
like.
can,
Yeah.
yeah, can somebody explain me why people would buy those? I really don't understand it.
These are the same people that buy the farts in the jar.
Oh
I
yeah,
guess.
Andy, it's not supposed to go down your throat.
No, it's not.
No.
No.
Now she's traumatized herself. Well, Meghan Markle's trying to be the new Gwyneth with her new lifestyle brand.
Oh, please.
Oh,
She needs to
Lord.
go away. Goodbye.
She
I
does.
thought she didn't want to be. I thought she didn't want to be under the spotlight. She leave
Yeah.
me alone. Leave me alone. They did the world
Because they
tour
need-
about leaving them alone.
They need
You need
money.
to watch the South
Her
Park
new-
episode about them. It's
That's hilarious.
it's
And the Family Guy.
Right, but it's like, oh, it's my new lifestyle brand. Is that going to go the same way as your podcast? Oh, yes, we're signed on for a podcast.
Yes.
We do 2
Yeah.
episodes, and that's
Well,
it. I guess
considering
hard.
she put out her Instagram and her website, has no products and hasn't even hired a CEO for the company yet. So it's like,
Right.
that's really not how it works, Megan. You kind of have to have a product first. I'm just saying.
So you got to sell things.
The
you
lifestyle
gotta
people that I watch, they're like normal people, farmers. That one woman, what's that woman's name? She bakes. Most of her stuff is baking or making food, and she's on Instagram and she's on Facebook. She's super cute. It's her and her husband, and that's the ones I want to watch. I don't want to watch some celebrity.
I know who you're talking about.
What's her name? She's
Lily
from.
Lute?
Yes, something.
Georgia. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait,
she's
hold
from
on,
Georgia.
hold on.
She's
Yeah, hold on. I'm
adorable.
gonna look it up.
Her and her
I just
husband are just
made-
like, yeah.
Yeah. I just made
I
her
do like
banana
Barefoot
pudding.
Contessa.
Really good.
I do like Barefoot Contessa because she has good recipes.
Lily
Yeah, I
Lute,
just
that's
can't
her
watch
name.
her. Yeah.
I used to watch her in Food Network back in the day.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the original movie that her name is based off of?
No, it was on YouTube the other day though.
It's wild. Sorry. Won't spoil it.
Yeah. No, it's fine. Yeah, Morgan knows who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I just made her banana pudding recipe.
Yeah.
Damn, that was
They're
good.
just adorable. These people are just
They
adorable.
are.
And the other one I watched, there's Jess from Roots and Refuge. And she's a homesteader and she does gardening. She has another channel that's her food and stuff. And they're just real people. It's not, Gwyneth Paltrow with all her lighting and her whatever, filters.
Oh, I don't listen to that woman. That woman's
I'm just
crazy.
saying all the celebrity people. I'd rather follow the people that are real and then become celebrities and hope that they don't fall into the trap,
Speaking of cooking, I gotta get going so I can make dinner. I really wish I didn't have to go already. But yeah.
Aw,
I gotta
Morgan.
make dinner. I'm hoping, so like I said, I won't, so unfortunately my Mondays aren't going to change, but hopefully I won't be as much of a stranger. I'm not going to promise that I'm going to record stuff because every time I do, it just seems like, you can see how well that went the last time. It's been few months since I put anything out. So, but yeah,
We've had
hopefully I
stuff
won't be
going
as
on.
much of a stranger. So
We're
yeah.
Well,
gonna
we're so
do
glad you came.
we're gonna do knit nights on different nights, and then you can, we're
Yeah.
gonna open for
Yeah.
other people,
Yeah, because Joe's schedule may be changing too, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
we'll be changing things around. And then maybe
I mean, it's
Tabitha
not
can
called
come
knit
on more
Monday
often
night,
too. That's
Yeah.
true.
All right. Well, it was so good to see all of you.
It was so
Yay,
good
it's
to see you. We missed
And
you.
you?
Missed you too.
Thanks for coming on.
Good to
Thanks
see
for
you.
having me on. Good to see
You know you're always welcome.
Yes, definitely. Thank you. Thank you.
Mwah.
But yeah, I'm hoping to not be as much of a stranger. So, all right. Take care, everybody.
Bye, Morgan.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm glad she came on because I've been missing her.
Mm-hmm. She's
And
so cute.
she still defends Neil, saying he doesn't make her test knit. So
Mhm.
got to give her points for that. Because
She has Stockholm syndrome.
That's exactly what it is. I'm gonna call her Patty Hearst.
oh, Neil must have gone to bed. He hasn't commented. Maybe he fell asleep.
Tomsky's gone.
He's off getting therapy, I guess. I don't know.
Therapy.
That's what he said. He could come on and get therapy, for his
It's probably getting therapy
Danny.
from the bottle.
Well, as long as he's
Knitting
not
is
driving.
therapy. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to get him to do that. Come on. That ship has sailed. We have tried.
I gotta wait until
I saw-
after Pirate moves, and then I'll send him another card with glitter in it.
Of course. I saw on Reddit that they were going after Stephen West again.
Oh boy.
Because he puts out too many patterns, I guess is the new reason.
Oh, is he like a
makes all the other
capitalist
designers
pig?
look lazy.
Yeah. Okay.
And how he focuses on, his, he puts out patterns where you need like 6 different colors, but you don't use all the yarn, so it's a waste.
Okay, that is a
It's
true
like-
fucking beef because that pisses me off.
Mm-hmm.
I agree there because
I agree.
I still have leftovers from my shellography that I haven't used in anything. But
You don't have to
I
follow
mean-
the rules, though, do you?
no, Tabitha doesn't follow any rules on shawls.
I don't do no, but it's like he wants you to have like this 14 skein shawl, and you have to do it hand-dyed yarn. You don't have to, but I do. And then
Right.
like you have this shawl that's like a normal size shawl, and then you have all these leftovers. It's like, can't you just do a normal?
I do like the fact that he offers when he offers kits and choices and
substitutions.
color things.
Yeah,
he always has a Holst one.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
I do give him credit
Well,
for that
because they carry Holst in their shop now. Yeah.
Because you don't feel bad about having extra Holst if you only paid $3 a skein.
No, but if I were to buy one of his kits, I'd be a little salty if I spent the money for a 6 skein shawl,
right,
and all
and
those
don't use
special
it.
colors, and then you don't use,
again,
not even half of them.
Then again, I guess you can use the extra when he designs the hat to match and the socks to match.
Yeah, right.
And the man boob sweater.
Right.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe that's his also plan. Or you can make a dog sweater like he does.
Yes.
His dog.
For Calvin.
For his 2
Make one
dogs.
for
I've never knit any of us. They're too crazy. Yes, if you go look at his patterns and you look on Ravelry, look at the ones that are in one color because a lot of his designs with the texture are amazing just in one color. And they totally have a different feel to them.
He has a
Young
shawl.
Women told me that.
He has a shawl. It's an older one. I can't remember the name of it. I can't remember. But it's like 3 colors. It's mostly white or cream or, undyed. And then the one he did is gray and black. It's beautiful. And I've been wanting to do that one for a while. But that was before he went all neon on us. But yeah, you don't have to Oh, I don't like his colors. Don't use them then. It's like,
Yeah, I mean, he's
I
good
never
about
did
telling people.
neons. Yeah.
He's good about telling people, use whatever you want, though.
Right.
And I do like the fact that if you screw up, it's not a problem.
Yeah, sure.
He's like, it's okay if you're short 10 stitches, just put them in
Add-
there somewhere. It's
Add
fine.
10 stitches somewhere.
It's
I felt that
okay.
way with the puzzle box blanket. Like, it's a little different. Fudge it back in shape.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. It's all
I like
gartered.
his
It stretches.
I like the videos he does where he goes around his shop and shows you different colour
Yeah.
choices and
Yeah.
different yarn. I
Yeah.
think that's really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah,
I haven't
I
made
think
any
so
of his
too.
shawls.
Tabitha
I
has.
made
I nearly did.
I made 2 or 3 when Joe had her Stephen West
I've
knit along.
done some, yeah.
West knits are the best knits, I think is what it was. Then
I
it became
love the
West knits are the
Spectra.
worst knits.
I want to do another Spectra. I love that.
That one's on my list.
Andy
I
would
have
like it. It's
silk
all
satin
short
yarn for
rows.
that. Yeah, it is.
It's
I was
all
gonna
short
ask you,
rows,
Annie,
but they're
might have
small
enough.
short rows.
I was going to ask you, Annie, what's that shawl that's on your podcast that you did with the drop stitches?
Mm.
It's thin, and it's like pinkish or purplish color, and it's got the drop stitches in it. I'll have to go back and watch the episode unless you know what it is off the top of your head.
Oh. No, I don't. I can't think what that would be. Sorry.
That's okay. I'll go back and watch. I like the knitting news.
Oh, yeah. That's great.
I enjoy it. I love seeing what your friends are doing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're all busy gadding about all over the place at the minute. There was only 2 of us
Okay.
there, wasn't there, last week? So
Yeah.
I did waffle on about the cat rather a lot.
That's fine.
Oh, the cat.
Hey,
That was news. Yeah.
Thing
The
is,
cat-
though, with her age, I just
Mm.
didn't know that she'd survive.
It's a little scary
Oh.
when they get up to that age, We
Yeah.
lost our cat in July. He was 17. So when they get to up there, you start to think, okay,
Yeah.
we're at the end. That's great. But he, you know what? He looked a lot like her. Like their fur gets all like screwed up looking. Like it's not laying down. It's all.
She was
how
actually
her
all
fur
right
is.
until
It's like all. Yeah.
it was the eardrops. The eardrops that she had were all oily and it all came out
Yeah.
on her fur. And
Yeah.
then, well, I've stopped short of actually putting her in the bath or the shower. So I've been trying to wash it off with soap, like pet
Yeah.
soap. But
But as
I
they
can't rinse her
age, their
properly.
fur gets all crazy looking. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a big tomcat before, but we haven't had a cat for a few years. And he had a tumor. He had a cancer.
Ugh.
But he was about 17, and he was
Yeah.
lovely. He was, yeah.
Yeah.
Completely different though. I mean, he was massive. She's tiny little thing.
Ugh.
Very sweet.
Animals. Mm.
I'm glad she's better, that Millie's better.
Yeah.
I'm really glad. Yeah.
I had to laugh her eating yogurt. It's just so funny. It's like,
It's the sound, isn't it?
with the spoon, you're feeding a cat yogurt with the spoon.
Hey,
But you know
do
what?
you
I would
need
have
to
done
do.
it too. Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't move. She didn't move for
We
3
have
days.
we have somebody visiting. Joe Bob,
Hey,
you
hi.
got your hair.
Hey,
I love your hair.
I'm like,
Joe Bob
guys,
haircut.
Joe,
Bob's
yes,
back.
that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. It's a pit stop. We've got Macca's over here. We've got Zembreros over here. It's Joe Bob in the wild. I just stopped, turned on the old YouTube to hear that haircuts are only for spring.
I'm
Well,
getting
that's
mine this
Neil.
week.
You know how he is.
I'm putting
You
in
know how
an
Neil
official
is.
complaint. Here's Millie. Hang on.
Millie.
Hey, Millie.
Hello.
Oh, here. There you are.
Hi, Millie.
Hello.
Gorgeous
You're like
girl.
right to me up in the tree.
Oh, sorry. Hang on. Where are you?
Oh,
There you
sorry.
go. You hold it.
Why am I so close?
There you go. So we're on a
Hi,
road trip,
Nels.
guys.
It's not really a road.
It
Yay.
is a road trip. 4 hours is a road trip. 4 hours. Neil wouldn't even do 4 hours. Not
Neil
even
wouldn't
to
do
He's
visit.
40
stopping
minutes.
for 2
Come on.
nights. Yeah.
Neil wouldn't do 40 minutes. Come on. You know how it is.
I'll be back
Just
next
waiting
week.
until
Oh,
we go to America. It's gonna be road
I
trips.
forgot. I'm home next week, so I'll be back next week, and then the week after I'll be on a road trip, and
Which is longer.
which is even longer. And possibly I might even be a guest on Neil's blocked show instead of Tabitha, because she's boring as batshit.
Ooh. Joe, you missed it. You missed it, Joe. Morgan's challenging you to do a murder knit shawl. She's going to send you all the details.
What?
Yeah, you have
Okay.
to do it.
It's on. It's on.
Wow. Oh,
Amy
wow. Well,
Amy says
I
hello, Joe
will-
Bob and Twin One.
yeah,
Twin
twin
one.
twin A. Twin A
Twin
and
A.
twin B. I have to give that some thought. I mean, it's such a prestigious shawl. I don't know if I can do it justice.
Maybe you can race
Just
it.
do it. Shut
We can
up
put
and do
bets
it.
on you, Joe. Who finishes first?
Oh.
Oh, that'll be a knit-a-thon. I could do a knit-a-thon. Oh, my
Amy calls
goodness.
it said to do it and that you're a wimp, so you better do it.
Oh.
Fighting words.
Oh, those fighting words.
I know.
I like your
Gosh,
bob.
you guys are so mean. Yeah, look, chopped it all off, guys. For
Your hair
winter,
looks so
I chopped my
cute.
hair. It's
Well,
the
that's one
it's the
good thing.
bobbiest bob of all time.
At least you have a bunch of hats now that you've made you can wear.
Yep.
Right.
When it gets
Oh,
cold.
can't wait to show you my muscle burr next week. It looks fantastic with Chicken Lady Fiber Arts yarn. It looks beautiful. And I've actually cast on another one.
Nice.
Cool.
Boy.
So now I'm going down to the Sydney Royal Easter Show for our second visit. And I'm actually going to go and visit the lady whose hand spun wool I bought last year and show her the shawl I made from it. So
Oh, cool.
I'll tee that
Nice.
up. Yeah, so I'm very
Nice.
excited to go and see her and purchase some more yarn from her. And I'll show you all next week when I see you next week.
Awesome. We miss you.
Okay, guys,
Well
I'm going to go. Sorry.
Bye.
Bye.
Miss you.
Have fun.
Miss you. Oh, my gosh. I miss you guys so much. So much. Catch up
Have
with you next
fun.
week. And when I get home from the show after the fireworks tonight, about midnight, I will sit and watch the podcast as a viewer. So say
Okay.
nice things about me.
Always.
I don't miss you,
Oh.
Joe.
Oh, we gotta go back and edit. We gotta edit, Liz.
It's only the
Just-
comments you have to worry about.
Oh, my gosh. Tabitha, you don't know what you've just done. I'm going to go to this motel tonight and look in the drawers for a Bible, and I'm just going to sit there and be really sad.
Neil
Okay,
says
I'm
hi,
out of here.
Joe.
I got to keep driving. Bye, guys. Love
All right,
you.
bye,
Miss
Joe.
you.
Bye, Mary. Bye. Now you've started it, Tab.
Oh,
Oh
well.
boy. So whatever.
Now I want to know what she and Neil are going to talk about on Blocked.
Oh, I know.
That should be fun.
It'll be a very short conversation of Jill Bob talking to herself because Neil won't get to talk.
Oh, they'll be fine. I
She's
think.
enthusiastic.
He'll just end the stream.
He'd be like, "You've been blocked."
I don't know. I think they'll be perfectly fine together. I think they'll have a lot to say about you, Tabitha, though.
That's fine.
She'll be like,
I'll try
"Oh,
to
Neil,
defend you in chat.
I'll get
you
this.
know.
And you should put me on the cover, not Tabitha. 'Cause I'm a better cover
Right?
model."
I do think it would be an interesting show if they could stick to pattern designing, because Joe's pretty nitpicky on pattern designing, and Neil likes to do things too. And so I actually think it'd be a good knitting podcast, but I don't know if they could stick to the subject.
No.
A knitting podcast? What?
Tasmania.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. It'll be interesting, that's for sure.
It'll be
I
interesting.
look forward to it. And you and Neil are going on live this week?
Thursday?
Yeah, I don't know what
Or is it-
day.
Oh,
I don't know what
it's
day.
usually Thursday.
Well, he said it's up to you, so
Oh, I gotta do
you
his job.
decide. Well, sometimes you have to
Well,
do
you
that.
are the Christy Brinkley of Block Magazine, so you know.
That's true. Name the day, he says. He says he
There you go.
manages to get a word in with you, Tabitha.
Right?
Is there knitting wars tomorrow? Maybe we'll be controversial and do it at the same time.
Ooh. There is knitting wars tomorrow.
Neil said he'd be on Knitting Wars tomorrow.
Oh,
Not
is
now.
it?
If I say I want to do it on
Fun.
Tuesday.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Who else is going to be on Knitting Wars?
I don't know. Usual time. I don't know. See, Neil says he will be.
Okay.
Deal. I'll message you.
If my voice holds up, I will.
I'll be there.
Yeah.
I rearranged things. I was supposed to make big ziti tomorrow, and I told my son I would make a double batch and give one to him so he could just cook it for dinner. But I called him and told him no, Knitting Wars is more important. That he'll have to wait till Thursday.
Priorities, mate. Yeah.
That's right. It worked out better for him anyway, so I'm not too upset. But wow.
Do we know what time?
That's,
5 Central for Knitting
But
Wars.
you told me that. Okay, 6 o'clock. Yeah.
5 Central, so that's 3 Central. My
Dinner
It's an hour
time.
before.
Yay.
It's an hour before we go in usually. Okay,
This is why God
Okay.
invented crock pots, okay?
that is true.
And you can go
I
on
did
all
get-
your streams and do all your stuff. Yeah.
I did get my son using his crock pot though, so I was very happy with that. He made barbecue
Nice.
chicken in his
Smart.
crock pot. So whoever pays the most, I'll be there. Well, I don't think Tabitha's going to pay you any money, Neil. I don't know about Anna.
No,
and
but I
Vicky. I'm
am
pretty
sending him a big box of yarn from my stash, so he might want to reconsider.
Ooh. I'll have to do a
Lucky.
video and show it off. I'm sure you're keeping your cherry pick and felon though, right?
I've already knitted it.
Or did you already knit it already?
Yeah, that's the one I did your shawl in, the storyteller
Oh,
shawl.
that's right. That's right.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Well, then he'll have to have his own stash of that and
Yeah.
design something with it. Because he was our first cherry
And it'll
picking
be
felon.
like, like a circus tent.
Tabitha never got
So you
convicted.
better order more.
You just chased off the property.
Oh, he said Anne is sending something to Tabitha. It's going to be a tough choice.
That's
So,
right.
Well,
yarn bribery.
Wow.
Mine isn't
I don't
yarn.
know.
though.
What? She's sitting
Oh,
this?
that's a beautiful
5
thing.
skeins of this, Neil? No, she's not.
That's true. I'm not. But also gonna show off. We are getting shirts. So this one's a little tight.
Finally,
Yeah.
yay.
Yay. So yeah, we're fine. This is the first test shirt. So hopefully we'll be able to do that just to pre-shill my merch. And we will so the logo pattern, but we're also getting the Puritanical Knitting Fun Run and hopefully
I have to
Shark.
have that one.
Yeah.
gotta have those.
Nice.
Because that
So
logo's awesome.
I gotta have that. Yeah.
it is. It's a really good logo.
Maybe Shark
not
Week.
Yeah, so
No, I gotta have the Shark Week.
yeah, we'll
Yeah.
if we're really good, we can get the next year's or this coming summer's Shark Week logo out ahead of Shark Week, so you can get some
Nice.
stuff.
Nice.
Well, I mean,
Cool.
last year's logo is cool too, so we can also have that on
Yeah.
things.
I'm
yeah.
looking forward to Shark Week. I already have my project planned.
Yeah, I have mine. It's sitting right there. Yep.
It's gonna be fun. I'm excited.
It is.
I'm excited too. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun.
I need to.
I'm,
Sorry, go ahead.
What's that, Ian?
You guys have done really good when you've done these off the wall type challenges. people think, oh, Shark Week, that'll be really fun. And then you're like, oh, yeah, but if you don't finish it, you have to frog it.
Yeah.
And then people are like, oh, okay, well, I guess I can do that. And then like Puritanical Knitting Fun Run, that's cool, but it has to be in black.
Yeah. It
And they're
wasn't.
like,
Somebody
oh,
said to me
okay.
about Shark Week, like, knit a sweater. I'm like, what? No.
In a week.
No.
Everybody and their low
not
stakes
Tabitha.
knit alongs. No, let's go all in.
And knit a
No.
3-color shawl. Didn't you knit a 3-skein shawl last year for Shark Week? think
It
you
ended
did?
up being a 2-skein shawl because Stephen West and his yarn measurements are ridiculous. But yes, I did the shark tooth shawl.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good shawl.
It is very
That
pretty.
is a good shawl.
Yeah. I
like
tend to
it.
grab that one for like a scarf all the time.
Mm-hmm. I highly recommend the Spectra. I don't get paid by
Spectra's
Stephen
good.
West, but it was so much fun to knit. I want to do another
Yeah.
one in different colors. Yeah.
I have money. I have yarn put aside for that because I have a self-striping from Mustache Yarns
Yes.
for that.
Self-striping would be good, or any kind of
Or gradient.
gradient, or yeah. Oh, it's so much fun.
Well, Tabitha, you can use all your leftovers from the ugly cat shawl and knit a Stephen
Right?
West pattern because he'll
Well,
have
I
some
have
scrappy
zero
pattern out there.
leftovers.
She won't have any left.
He'll be short this
Zero
much.
leftovers.
Well, you're
He'll be
doing the
short
green
this much,
skirts.
and
If there's any blues left, you can do something a little wavy, a little sharpie.
Right?
Oh, I'm
it'll be
curious
awesome.
to see how much of they'll actually use up. Because there's not really a way to tell. Like you don't know until you're done.
Yeah,
Well,
because it's so big.
I was thinking
Well-
when you were showing that those greens are perfect for where you live. I mean, they just
Yeah.
fit into your landscape perfectly.
What you can do is you can knit one regular wedge and one of the partial wedges,
Mm-hmm.
and then you just count how many of each of those wedges are in the shawl, and that's how much, multiply it by how much yarn you use, and then you'll know.
Yeah.
Like just weigh it. Just knit a wedge and weigh it, and then I think there's like 19 of the basic wedges in there, and so 19 times whatever that number of grams, and that'll give you an idea of how much. That's
Talk
what
to
I was trying to
Annie.
figure
She
out.
knows.
Because when I
Wedge,
started
the whole-
the small one, that's what I did, because when I first started it, I didn't have enough yarn because Neil's numbers were
Problematic.
Different.
different. Yeah.
Problematic. Yeah,
So-
we'll call it that.
And then I
yeah.
calculated it and I didn't have enough yarn to finish it, so I switched to a different yarn.
Mm.
But I'm doing the small one though. You're doing the super
Big
big.
one, yeah. And I think I even went
The
up
one-
a needle size.
Oh,
Why? Because you thought it'd go faster, or you just want to
Well,
torment yourself?
Well, I like shawls. I like fingering weight shawls done in size 4,
mhm.
4 or 6. That's what I like
Yes.
fabric the best.
The numbers were in
Oh,
British.
yes.
you said.
So they were wrong.
Right. Wrong. That's why we left.
Well,
Sorry, Annie.
Annie
That's
says-
not directed at you. That's directed at Neil.
Fine.
Annie's gonna have the very first one. She's the
I know.
testing for the rest of us.
Yes.
And then I think Neil's doing the small size too, but he's got a tiny needle, so his is going to be stiff probably. Because,
Well, he's a tight. Okay.
I know he's a tight knitter, but he went down to a even smaller knitting needle. So I think it's going to be much more tight. But it's his shawl, so he can do what he wants.
Well, and that mohair is technically a lace weight, right? Because
Yeah.
Yeah.
Annie's is very light and airy and open and beautiful. And I was thinking, that's a lace weight.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is. It's not very heavy.
Oh, it's so
Yeah.
But I used the mohair because I knew the mohair would go further. That
Oh,
was the
yeah.
first reason.
It's so squishy looking.
It's
You
so
just wanna-
pretty. It's so pretty.
And your colors, the tone is
Mhm.
so nice. You did a great job picking the colors and placing them.
I just laid them
How
out.
much is
That
that
was
going to
all.
cost you to knit, Annie?
Hmm.
How much was the mohair?
I didn't buy it for this. I already had it.
Oh, well, that doesn't help
So
me.
it was a stash dive. I'd bought the black, and then I had to buy another skein of the black. So that would be, can't remember how much it was. About
Is it
£20.
hand-dyed mohair or is it a commercial mohair?
The mohair's all different types, mostly Rowan Kid Silk Haze.
Mhm.
And some things didn't have a band on.
So
And
if
then
it
there's
was all the
mohair.
rowan, about how many do you suppose it takes?
Mm,
I'll have to work it out at the end.
Okay,
a lot. A
many.
lot.
You might get two wedges out of one ball. One ball of mohair might give you two wedges, so
Okay.
That's not bad.
Not that I
Are they
want to
like
reknit this again in mohair, but I love the
Are they-
idea of a mohair shawl.
Yes.
are they 25
Yeah.
grams balls of mohair?
yeah, but the meterage is quite good on them, isn't it? Have I got hands?
Wait,
Ooh.
25
you got-
grams is 229 yards.
Tabitha, you got mohair for your funeral shawl though, right?
Yeah, I do. Hang on.
PS has Surrey alpaca that's only $7.50 for 275 yards. That's very doable.
That's a nice
Mhm.
one. Yeah.
This has 260 yards for 25
Even
grams.
softer.
Okay.
Do you
I
find
do
that
like
you're covered?
Surrey alpaca more than mohair.
Do
Mm-hmm.
you find you're covered in little mohair pieces when you work on it, Annie? Does it shed a lot?
No,
Huh.
no, it's not bad at all. Neither does the cat. She's only little.
Grams.
Everybody's doing their calculating.
Mohair. That's mohair.
No, I'm over here. Sorry.
So, Anne, you're going to be done with that shawl soon.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be like you'll have another Mark Schallberg shawl.
Yeah, I hope so. Kind of have to finish this out first, though. Yeah, sorry. I just realized that I haven't decreased what I was supposed to, so I have to take out a couple of stitches.
Surrey
oh,
doesn't
I watched
shed at all.
Spencer Confidential is a film with him in, and I quite enjoyed that. With Mark Stolberg in it.
Oh yeah, based on the old Spencer T. books, I think.
It was good.
He's a decent actor.
Hmm.
I just always think back to his youth. And, you know,
Is he the Calvin
Mark and
Klein
Mark.
model?
Yeah, he also nearly murdered somebody and went to prison.
What?
Yeah, he beat some Korean man or Vietnamese man with a baseball bat and blinded him. It was back when he was doing gang stuff, and he was in prison, I think. He tried to get it. His record cleaned after he became famous and all, but I don't know if they did it. But yeah, he nearly killed somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Beat him with a baseball bat. I don't know if that was before or after he became famous.
And did an atrocious workout video. I don't know if you've seen clips from it, but it's hilarious.
No, I have
No,
not.
that
seen
sounds
it.
fun.
I only know him from the Hallowed app and doing all of the Catholic advertisements for it. So it's like, oh, I didn't know he did that.
I will say, when I watch my Orthodox podcast, it's really annoying to get the hallowed ads on it.
I
Do you
get
think they
them
did it
all
on
over
purpose?
Instagram.
He probably does it on purpose because, yeah, it's funny.
He moved his whole family here to Vegas out of California for his kids, and now they're opening up a bunch of film studios here. 'Cause he's trying to get them to start making all their movies here instead of in California. So we'll see what happens. The locals are already protesting because where he wants to put one of the studios is where one of the rich areas of town are. And they don't want it there. You know,
Well, the state of California probably doesn't want the tax base to leave.
probably
They'll probably
not.
try to
But
make him still pay taxes.
I'm sure Vegas will give him some kind of, or Nevada will give him some kind of deal. They give everyone else deals. So they're actually suing
Oh
to
no,
stop
California will probably audit him to death.
um,
And
they're
no
actually
matter how
suing
much
to
he tries to not do anything in California, they'll probably still come after him.
more than likely. They're suing to stop the A's from coming here. The teachers union is actually suing to stop the A's from coming here because they'd be using some kind of county money to help pay for the stadium that I guess isn't in the Constitution. So that's what the teachers union is doing. They're suing to stop the baseball team from coming instead of, I don't know, teaching. And it seems like every other week we get a teacher arrested for something in our school district.
We had one
We just went through
this
that.
week. Detroit.
We had one that, and it actually wasn't a sexual
Detroit
thing
had
this time.
one. Yeah, we had one of those too. Detroit teacher got fired because on the side she was on OnlyFans or somewhere.
Oh, the
rapping
rapper lady.
you know,
Yeah, I saw that.
yes, yeah.
It was explicit rap lyrics though. I think was the problem.
And I think
This
she
one
had some
had-
kids in her video. So
Video.
yeah.
This one he had put a listening device in a classroom, but what he was doing was trying to record
Whoa. what
instances of bullying because he's developing some kind of AI
Hello,
thing to
feds.
help teachers and parents prevent bullying. So he was using it to gather something, according to him. I don't know.
happened?
Seemed kind of odd to me, but they fired him. But we've had several teachers who were doing things with students they shouldn't have been doing.
Yeah.
Because that seems to be the thing. It seems to be female teachers nowadays more than ever.
Well,
We had a male
I'm in the
teacher
land
that
of
was arrested,
MSU, and they're terrible. Yeah. Oh,
and his wife is one of the
What do you
wokest
do?
librarians the county has, which I thought was very interesting.
Huh.
Pedophile teacher arrested, and his wife is a woke librarian who pushed all the drag queen
And-
stuff.
And there's access to children at libraries.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
it makes me mad because when these female teachers do it, they don't get as much prison time as male teachers. And they should get just as much, I think.
Of course.
Because it's just as
He's
wrong
out
when
on
a
bail
female
right
teacher
now.
That's unbelievable.
Not even
There was
locked
one
up in
that
jail.
teacher was arrested the other day. She had had sex with a 12-year-old student and had told him that she was seeing other students too. And she got probation or something. Really? That person should never be out.
Have
around
you
children.
seen 12-year-olds?
Yeah.
12-year-olds are not attractive at all.
No.
I'm sorry, they're just not.
No, but they're controllable.
Ew.
And I think that's what it is. It's these women.
I know,
like,
but it's just gross. Yeah, it's just gross.
It is
It's
gross. It's gross when it's women and it's gross when it's men. Children are children and they
Yeah.
should be off limits. period, you know. So this week we have Knitting Wars, and then Blocked, and then I don't know what else.
Do what? I have no idea about this, Neil
Oh.
James.
He
Did
did,
he
he
Oh
left-
yeah,
another
I saw
country?
something about the feds raiding Puff
He left
Daddy.
for a country with no extradition. Trafficking. I knew he'd been sued
Wow.
by a bunch of people for sexual assault, but trafficking
P. Diddy. Oh, no.
is that still his name?
What's next? Snoop Dogg?
I think. No, Snoop Dogg just smokes weed.
With Martha Stewart.
Yeah, he doesn't remember
Yeah.
anything. Yeah. Or for Tabitha, Fred
But-
Durst. Yeah. That little Limp Bizkit
Better not.
bastard. Yeah.
I think Snoop Dogg said he was stopping the weed. I saw an interview
No,
with him.
he's
He was
not.
going to
He's
cut
got his
down on
own
it.
strain. He's advertising for something now, and I'm like, really, dude? I can't remember what it's. Something mainstream. Like, whatever.
I don't know. Who thought that there was going to be breakdancing in the Olympics? That's the new sport that's going to be in the
In the
Olympics in 2024. Yeah. I'm like, that's okay.
It's
They're
not an
pushing to put
Olympic
video games.
sport.
They're pushing to
Oh,
put
stop.
e-games in too. Yeah. At my son's college, they had a course where you could get a degree in video games, and they had scholarships where you could go study how to play video games as a professional.
Well, let me tell you something. If they put video games in the Olympics, I'm rooting for Az because he's like my favorite gamer.
There you go. Hope he makes it.
He's so
Well,
funny.
it'll be the teams. It'll be all these, you know.
Oh,
young
okay. Well,
Korean
the Geeks
kids
and
who live in-
Gamers. Geeks and Gamers team. I'm
Have you
rooting for
seen
them.
the videos that they have of the professional gamers facility?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Oh, they're stupid. They're ridiculously expensive, but also it's like, let's make gaming even more corporate and let's just blow
Yeah.
money like it's free.
Yeah.
My niece was
Yeah.
doing it. She was on a team that was sponsored, but I think she dropped it because it was just too ridiculous. Because they
Mhm.
pretty much control everything you do. Usually, they all live in a house together, and they have like no. They pretty much they play video games constantly. They have
Can you
they're in a
imagine
contract.
the state of that house? Like, probably
Yeah,
smells really bad, and there's dishes everywhere, and underwear, and socks, and
my son had a friend he went to school with. That was his goal was to be a professional video game player. And
a prof-
quite frankly, that was probably a good
Professional
goal for the
video
kid because he had issues. Video gaming might have been the safest call for him, quite frankly, because he wasn't good around people.
I guess I should have polished up my Frogger skills or Space Invaders back in the day, and I could have been a professional gamer.
I don't think those are the games that they play, though.
No,
We're on the first floor.
come on.
Evidently, there's a.
Pitfall.
I watched Nerdrotic's review of the new movie on Netflix with Millie Bobby Brown with the dragons.
Oh, the damsel or whatever.
Yes, his review was
See
epic.
that?
About how bad the movie is,
I'm sure it was.
like ridiculously bad, and they paid a fortune to the actors to be in it. And he's like, some of these people just showed up for a paycheck, and it's clear. Like,
Mm-hmm.
he's like, thank you. There's another thing I don't have to watch because you've told me not to in advance, like
Mm-hmm.
Rings of Power, which I don't have to watch because Gary watches it for me. So
Yeah, I
don't
mean
have to-
that show can continue
I don't
just
watch
so I
any
can
of that.
watch Gary get through, do their reviews.
yeah, I mean, I enjoy the reviews.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
It's like the people in the show have never read a Tolkien anything, but
Mm-mm.
No.
you know, and it shows. But yeah, they're making a live action Sims movie, which I thought was really weird. But
What?
yeah,
I guess they need to make another video game movie.
they're also planning a sequel to Barbie.
Oh, please. Well, it was funny. Epic Mike was on with Ann and DK, and he was talking about the Sims, about how we've all killed our Sims somehow. We put them in the pool and then pull up the ladders. And I was thinking, oh, Alyssa and I, we used to play what was it? Sim roller coaster, or I don't know. You built roller coasters.
Roller Coaster Tycoon.
And you would have your Sims all. Yes, that's the one. And we would have like a loop-de-loo, but then you would stop the tracks, and so they would just fly off the end. Or you'd have them go into a tunnel in the water, but then they would drown. It's like I felt a little persecuted there.
I
my
kind of
kid
get
likes-
your love of true crime.
My kid likes Zoo Tycoon, and he loves it when
I had that. Yep.
the animals escape and attack the people.
And eat the people. Yes. It's so much
Yeah, well,
fun.
he also likes the Jurassic Park type one. I don't know what it's called, but it's sort of like that, except Jurassic Park. And then, he
Mm-hmm.
likes it when the dinosaurs escape and stuff.
So you figure the people who created the dinosaurs are all bad people. So if they get eaten, not gonna.
Yeah, you get to be
lose that many people
sadistic
over it.
without being, criminal.
No, except it's got they're tourists there.
Well, the
So they-
tourists I think are for it, but
Yeah, for sure.
they're paying money to go there. They should know it's a bad place. So
Right. Didn't they go on what's it? What's the review place? I don't know. Whatever. Yelp.
Yep.
Go on Yelp.
yeah, seriously, why would you go back after like the first time they
Right.
escaped and ate a bunch of people?
Hubris.
I watched this police cam video the other day, and this woman had ran truck into a house, and the only people in the vehicle were her and her boyfriend, and she was driving. He wouldn't say who was driving. He kept saying he didn't know because he didn't want to implicate her. And it's like, dude, but he admitted there were only two of them in the car. Like, well, who
Like,
else
how
was
do you not
driving
know?
if it wasn't you? And well, who was driving? I'm not sure. I wasn't paying attention.
I'm not
She
sure.
had all these medical problems and all these medical issues that she in her life, and they were having her do the walk the line thing, and she goes, "Well,
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm dyslexic." And I'm like, "You walking a straight line, but okay." And like every medical condition out there, she had, and
Criminals are so funny. Like they're just crazy.
but the
Most
DUI
of them
ones
are
crack
pretty
me up
stupid.
because they're just like so like dumb. What did I do? I just told you, you hit a car. I wasn't in an accident. Yeah, you did. You hit a car or you hit a house, and they're so belligerent and angry. And it's like, Uber and Lyft are a thing. If you're gonna drink, don't drive. Like, and don't drive
Yeah.
with your kids in the car. Like, the ones that don't even realize they had an accident crack me up though.
And why are they never wearing any clothes? They're always wearing
That's-
like booty shorts with no shoes
Uh-huh.
and a crop top. And they're never wearing
And then
proper clothes.
and then
ever.
they fight the police and resist. So
Yeah.
half their clothes come off, and then they have to
and
drag
so
them
you
into the
gotta
police
blur
car.
out the
So they're buckled in the police car with their clothes off, and they're yelling and screaming into the camera in the police car because they don't realize there's a camera in the police car while they're sitting in the back, and they're yelling and screaming and cursing out and threatening everybody. And it's like, I wish that there was some service that when you go to hire somebody, you could go and check their name to see if there are any of these videos ever that you could watch. you know, just because you're a senior prospective employee,
Criminal
because some of
can.
them,
Yeah.
this woman was a corrections officer in another town. And she's begging them not to arrest her. And they're like, we have to because we're on camera. I can't pretend this never happened. And she's like, but
Right.
this is going to ruin my career. And this, well, you should have been drinking while you were driving.
Right.
Like I'm not ruining anything. But when she was taking the field sobriety test, she had her uniform jacket on. And it was like,
Oh my
how
God.
embarrassing for her bosses. Needless to say, she was fired the next day. But the
Well,
ones who,
yeah.
and this one girl kept screaming, Miranda rights, Miranda rights. You didn't read me my Miranda rights. And the cop kept trying to tell her, I'm not asking you any questions. I don't have to Mirandize you. I'm arresting you for DUI. Miranda, you need to give me my Miranda. And finally he's like, do you want your Miranda rights? And he read them to her. And then she was just fine. Like she totally accepted it after that. Like she needed her Miranda. And he's like, you don't understand. I'm not questioning you. This is a done deal. I don't have to ask you any questions. I watched you hit the other car. Like,
Right.
I don't need any other evidence. It's on my video that you were drunk and you hit another car. And some of them are just the shoplifting ones crack me up too because
Oh,
they
yeah.
think they're so smart to shoplift in Walmart. And Walmart has cameras everywhere. And it's
I
like,
love when they put stakes down their pants. Like, what
this one woman did that.
are you
And she said,
doing?
no, I always put them in there when I'm shopping. And the police officer's
They're
like,
my stakes. Yeah.
he goes, well, why are your vegetables in the cart then? But the steaks are in your pants. And the people at the store were like, well, we can't sell these. So,
Yeah.
once they get into someone's pants, we can't
Yeah,
put them
no,
back on the shelf.
That's a no. No.
And this
I
one
was
girl,
watching the police cam videos this weekend, and this one lady was a drunk driver, and they brought the stretcher out because she demanded to go to the hospital to avoid getting the blood test. And
Right.
so they put her on the stretcher, and she sat at the end of it, and it tipped forward. And the cop's like, if you sit back, it won't tip forward. She goes, well, that's what happens when you got a fat ass. And the cops behind her lost it. I was like, I could not be a cop. I would
No.
be fired on
No.
the spot.
Oh no.
Well, I will
I could not.
say you should probably see what kind of police scanner stuff you can watch or listen to the weekend
Uh-huh.
before and the day of the total solar eclipse because
oh God,
there's
yeah.
going to be
Oh.
all kinds of crazy shit going down, people
Mhm.
ODing, people trespassing.
Why? Why? It's a solar eclipse. Why do you have to?
It makes people
Because
crazy.
all of these people from the city are going to come out to be out in the middle of nowhere to see this, and they're going to there's going to be all these people who are like, oh, well, there's an empty field, I'll just go watch it there. And then you'll have
Uh-huh.
people who
That's
don't
private
appreciate
property.
squatters.
Mm.
And then
And then
you
you'll
have
have the
people who
crazies.
are going to come in and do drugs so that they can have some sort of spiritual experience,
Okay.
Heaven's Gate type thing or whatever.
Okay.
One of the videos I saw last night was this couple got pulled over in Key West, and the guy was drunk. And basically, how many do you have to drink? A few, but I'm not going far. And the cop's like, well, that doesn't matter. So they tell the wife we're arresting him. Well, my son's a cop. Okay, he's at where? Thinking it was in the next town over in Connecticut. Where's Key West? He goes,
Yeah.
the cop looks at her. He goes, I don't know what that means. Like, why are you telling me this? It doesn't matter. And she's freaking out and stuff. And she's like, it's just Key West. He goes, so basically you're saying it's okay to drunk drive in Key West? Well, yeah, it's Key West. He's like, ma'am, people have families here who don't want drunk drivers.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, but it's Key West. It's okay to drunk drive. That was her attitude. It's a vacation place. You should be allowed to drunk
No,
drive.
it's not okay.
And
I
she
mean, it
kept going
happens
on.
a lot, but it's not okay.
She kept going on about her son, the cop, and I guess they had spoken to the son on the phone because she had called him. The officer's like, ma'am, your son's in the police academy. And even if he wasn't, it doesn't matter. Because they weren't going to arrest her. They were just arresting the husband. But she made
Right.
such a fuss and such a scene, she demanded to go with her husband and talked her way into an obstruction charge. Instead of getting a lift and going back to the hotel like a smart person would
So
do.
dumb.
It's like,
We're
how
dumb.
stupid can people be? And then the next morning when they find out their rental car was towed, that they have to pay for that, plus they have to pay bail and all the fees, it's like, yeah, people are dumb. And they don't want to be on YouTube, the court cases, which crack me up because this one court in Texas I watch all the time, and they just did a big murder trial down there, the Ruiz trial. This guy had killed a 5-year-old girl. He had tortured her for his girlfriend. And I love the judge. I've watched her in a lot of things. And his defense attorney was awful. She was just like older and like complete idiot. And she wanted the judge recused from the case. And the judge was like, no, I don't think so. And she's like, well, I demand that it won't be public, that it won't be in YouTube. And judge is like, no, I don't think so. Because this is where it is. Because they went for a while, they couldn't have people in the courtroom because you're legally, when you have a trial, it has to be open to the public. Because one of the judges got attacked in that building.
Yeah.
So then they stopped letting the public in. And she said, since we have to be public, I put the videos out. And that way the public can view them. And
Right.
the judges, the one's like, but that'll prejudice people against my client. Well, the jury's not supposed to be watching YouTube, ma'am, so it shouldn't be a
Right.
problem. He got life in prison.
Okay.
He was a terrible person. But his attorney was just so bad. And the judge was like, no, I'm not going to recuse myself. And
I have to
defense
go to
attorney
bed.
is horrible.
Time for
You
me
should
to
go
go.
to bed, Annie. Yes.
Yeah,
Thanks
I'm
for
tired now.
coming.
Thank you for being on.
Thanks for having me.
Hopefully
Yeah,
soon you'll be
good
showing
night.
off your finished shawl and starting a new project.
Yeah, I think it's a few weeks yet, really. I don't think I'm
That's
going to.
okay. You
Well,
can
I'm
come
not
back
going to
and
get
show
it
us
finished this
progress.
week.
That's
It
okay.
won't be a Schallberg thing at all.
No, but you're
That's
getting
okay.
there. You're in the last section.
Yeah, I'm getting there. Yeah,
Yeah.
not so bad.
Good night.
Try.
You're way further than the
Bye.
rest of us. Bye, Annie.
Bye.
Oh,
So I think you should do a special issue of Ugly Cats Only.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that would be funny.
Like a
You could write
episode or what, 13.5 or something, or
Yeah.
whatever number it is. Like a half a issue.
Like a pamphlet.
once
Yes.
once Tabitha finishes her giant one, and then there'll be 2 giant ones to show off. I'm glad you didn't do that I-cord because you would have wanted to kill
No.
Neil after the end of that.
No.
The only reason I did mine
I-
is because I had that I-cord maker. Otherwise, forget it.
I don't mind
I'm
doing an
flogging
icon
mine.
bind off.
Yeah, I don't mind that either.
No, I don't mind.
I mean, it's tedious, but it's so good that you just have to suck it up.
I
Why are
don't
you
like doing
frogging
it
yours,
myself.
Sarah?
Yeah, I'm frogging mine back, except for the I-cord.
Yeah, not
Okay.
frogging that.
I'm not frogging that because I don't want to do that all over again. Yeah, I think I'm going to try the medium one because so far everyone else is either doing the big ass one or the small one.
Or you can do smaller than the small one and just make up your own one with his numbers. He said you could just add 11 to the numbers and make it your own.
Itty bitty.
No. Make it for your dog.
There you go. But you already have yarn though for it, so you probably should use your yarn.
Yeah, you probably should.
Hopefully Tabitha will have enough yarn and not have to buy more black yarn.
Oh,
I think you'll have plenty of colors of the other colors. I think it's the black you might run out of.
Well, I bought eight. I got 4 full skeins of black. I got 8 50-gram things of black. So
Is that the palette?
400.
50 gram?
I have 8
palette?
50-gram balls of pallets.
Yeah.
I have 8 of these.
Palette's
That
great.
should be,
It's
that
great.
should be enough, I think.
Mhm.
I don't
And
know.
it's not, pallet's super cheap. So and it's black. So I'm not really worried about it dye lots or anything. So
No.
Yeah,
if I
'cause
have
it's
to get
commercial,
more of the
so.
black, I don't think that's going to be so bad. I hope I don't, because I am done ordering yarn.
Hey, Tabitha,
Okay.
No.
would you like What?
I don't know what.
Would you like to test my gloves? Because I think
What's it do by?
it's by this issue of Blocked magazine. So
Yeah, no. I cannot. Sorry.
Here, let me finish the row and show them to you. Because I
You,
think
you
you're
could have
them.
you could have asked Morgan since she's in between tests right now.
That's true. I feel
And you're
don't
not Neil, so she might be willing to just take on somebody else's test.
Look, I don't want to steal anyone else's test, Knitter. Like, that's a special relationship that I don't want to get involved with. Like, that's just that's other
It
people.
might be a rescue, actually.
That's true. Here,
Try for help.
I'm not finished with the row yet, but I'll show it off because we've been on for a while.
Yeah.
But these are very you, Tabitha. The
They are.
Oh.
is all skulls, and then you can't read it entirely, but it's memento mori on the front.
I know.
I don't know what that means.
Means remember that you will die.
Die.
Oh, I don't want that. I'm gonna live forever. I'm baptized. I have eternal life, bitches.
Well,
Me too. Me too.
To think ahead to eternal life, remember that you will die. So that's how the phrase.
I will.
They are very cool.
Yeah.
And I purposely did not show that to my daughter because I know she will want them. So
Yeah,
That's
so-
an Ash Wednesday, Mitt. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're for the Bare Arms issue because there's going to be a shooter's mitt option. Hopefully I'll be able to get like regular glove fingers too. But yeah, and then the chart should be in such a way that you can do skulls the whole way around if you feel so inclined. But
I'm not doing
I
fingers,
will
sorry.
pass. I might knit them afterwards, but definitely not before.
I mean, it is a pretty close deadline, but just saying.
If I get that other thing done, Anne, I will see. But I need to start that because it's also due for this issue.
Mhm.
And what's the next issue? Does anybody remember off the top of their head?
Heroes.
Heroes.
That's the next one? Okay.
Yeah.
Heroes.
Joe Bob should design something for that one.
I know, right?
She needs a cape or something.
Cape.
No. She could make a murder knit shawl into a cape.
Yes. She could.
One of these days, she's just going to show up with a murder knit shawl, Tabitha. Not telling
Yeah,
you that
only
she's
because
actually working on
somebody
it.
else will knit it for her. They'll mail it to her.
I'm
No one's
not.
knitting it for
Have you
her.
seen the
I wouldn't knit it
postage?
for her.
No.
I'm not knitting it for her. She should knit her own. It's a great
Never.
pattern. It's a great use
Suck
of
it up.
yarn too.
Yeah.
It's a great pattern to do while you're live streaming.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Yep.
It
And there's
is.
so many variations. You can do eyelets. You can do it. I did it in stockinette. I did it with
Yep.
eyelets. I did it with
Jackie did it in Tunisian crochet, I think.
Jackie did it in crochet. Yeah. Tunisian. Yeah.
So
No
I don't think she
excuses.
likes it because it's a do your own. There's not explicit directions. Like I think a lot of her patterns, she likes precise instructions.
No, it
And mine
has
are not.
instructions. Do this in the beginning and at the end do that. And then turn it around and do that. No, there's instructions. She's just being contrary. That's all.
yeah, I don't understand. Joe's knit so many shawls. You'd think that would be an easy no-brainer
This is
for
the
her.
easiest thing ever.
It's like she's psychologically blocking herself for some reason.
Yes.
Tabitha.
That's what it is. She's psycho. Yes.
First it was she had the wrong yarn, and then she didn't like the way it was looking with that yarn, and then she
Right.
found some other yarn.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
But it looks good with any yarn.
Right.
I know.
That's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. It's a Bob thing. It's a Joe Bob thing.
It is. Well, Morgan's challenged her now, so Joe Bob's not
well,
going to want to let Morgan
The
down,
gauntlet
right?
has
She might,
been thrown down. Yeah.
she might let us down, but she won't let Morgan down.
No.
So
Mhm.
Or if Annie had challenged her, she would do it because
We gotta talk to Annie. Yeah.
They could go get Annie in that one too. It'd be a good break from the ugly cat shawl.
Right?
No offense, Neil, but sometimes you need a break from your ugly cat shawl. I'm just saying.
I haven't even
Whatever.
started. I'm already like, okay, break time.
You cast yours on. You're good.
I did. I'm still on the black toenail or whatever it is. Still on.
Yeah, until we had that episode where it all came out, I'm like, I wanted to do it, but then when I looked
That was
in the
crazy.
magazine, it was 290. I'm like, no, I'm not doing this. It's 290 cast on. And then after the whole controversy, I'm like, oh, this isn't a bad shawl at all. I'm just going to knit the small edition now that I know how it works. It's super simple.
That was so funny.
Yeah, poor Neil.
Hearing
Because
the
we love you, Neil. Otherwise,
Poor
we wouldn't
Neil.
care.
We love Neil, but no.
It's because we love him. Otherwise, we wouldn't care if the shawl worked or not, right? We just say, whatever. Get a Northern Knit shawl or a Reflections in the Mind cowl, except it's too tight for Joe. So she needs to get one of those 115 gram skeins of yarn.
That sounds like
And then
Well,
she'll
I
have
think-
enough.
That sounds like, I think it's the yarn she used, because the yarn that Carissa used to dye that set is a special kind. I don't think it's like her other GK weight. And so it's not like it's a more of a sport weight, I think. Because I needed a pair of socks, GK weight socks out of that same sock set, and they fit paisley, but I used my numbers. So I think it's not a true GK. It's not a plump GK like what I'm used to. But
I've knit a Mer knit shawl in fingering weight, in DK weight. You can do it in worsted weight. It's just a basic,
Yeah, I've done it fingering and DK.
and it can be singles, it can be plied, it doesn't matter.
Pretty
They're
much.
just making excuses. It's dumb.
Well, Tabitha, you're not going to start your duster for a while, right? So I have time to get that to you. So.
yeah, no, I'm not.
I will not.
I'm not even ready.
With your Carol Baskin yarn.
Carol
I know it's called
Baskin.
Meow. I know it's called Meow Meow, but Carol Baskin
It's that
yarn.
bitch, Carol Baskin.
That's right.
I probably won't start it until like September, October, maybe.
Okay, so I've got time to
Yeah.
work on this because I need a break. So I'm going to work on my other project for the
Yeah.
magazine because that's due, and I should probably work on it. You know that Anne has done amazing things.
Aw, thanks.
Like she does.
I
But, you know,
just finished with the color work portion. I have to say, I'm
Nice.
proud of myself. I feel accomplished. A little pat on the back to me. It only took me
Yay.
like 2 months to finally do it.
yeah, I wonder if he's going to do another competition for the magazine, and if he does, he should do hats or cows or something. I think he'd get more entries because
Yeah.
color work mitts are cool, but I don't think as many people knit them because they don't live in cold enough places. Because
Sounds like a them issue.
okay, it doesn't get that cold here. In winter, we get down into the 40s. Okay, it's not that cold.
We have highs.
We're already going to be.
Yeah.
Let's see. By April, we'll probably be in the 90s to 100s by the end of April.
Shh. Shh.
It's just the way it is.
Shh.
And then by May, we'll be over 100 for sure.
I don't want that. I don't want that. No.
Nobody wants that. But at least we don't have the crazy humidity like you people
Ugh.
have where you are.
Yeah.
So I can live with the heat. I don't like the humidity at all. But so my curly hair might like the humidity because then it'll be more curly and then I won't have to get it permed as much. It'll just curl. So there's that possibility. But I can't believe Joe just popped in for a couple minutes and then popped out and missed
She's
Morgan.
So rude.
Oh, well.
So,
You'll catch the replay.
and Neil ditched us. I'm sure he's going to be on Knitting Wars tomorrow because he'll be all rested. And, you know.
Yeah.
He better be rested for Tabitha because I'm sure you'll put him through his paces when you guys chat on your.
He usually shows up sick to talk to me. What are you guys going to
Well,
talk about tomorrow for Knitting Wars?
Is there a
I don't know.
topic?
I don't know that we have a topic going. I mean,
who else is Carol going to be on? Or
I think so. I think so.
okay,
Nice.
I think,
Okay.
yeah, it'll be good.
I saw that
Good.
Yara sold over 16,000 copies.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also,
So exciting.
okay, did you know that? Okay, so they have the Yaira campaign that's going out.
Mhm.
That's great. The magazine that they're putting out with that, where they have like the little superhero articles and stuff. Carol's the editor of that.
Nice.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. That's cool.
I didn't know that either. I'm like, dude, and she's like, oh yeah, that's
She's
just my
so
best.
chill. Yeah, she's just has no
Yeah.
ego. Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, that's fine.
She's very cool.
Yeah.
And it was fun with Jackie on when she finally got on
Oh, Jackie.
Yeah, I love that.
Jackie's awesome.
with your
And
inaugural crochet
you need to tell
challenge.
Kara that she needs to go to DFW Fiberfest.
Oh
Yes.
And she can hang out with some of us who are going.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, we don't have to crochet tomorrow, do we? Because I don't have a crochet thing prepared to count my
Oh,
crochet stitches. So
I have a whole thing, but I'm not going to do it. I
can you
don't
wait
do
till
well
Joe's on
under
and make
pressure.
Joe do it too?
I don't do well under pressure.
Because she does
So I
know
don't
how to
do it.
single crochet.
Ah,
So you can make her do it.
I barely crochet at all, so I don't know what you guys are saying.
Well, I'm
I
gonna
haven't
go. I
crocheted
have
in a
to
while.
pee, and I like to eat my ribs. So
Well, thanks for
yeah, I'll
coming
talk
on.
about
I
shit
missed
about
you.
me.
Thanks.
Spread all the
Tab.
No,
rumors.
I think we're probably good anyway. It's almost
Yeah,
6:30.
I gotta go
Grace
talk
probably
to my
needs to eat.
husband.
And I need to go eat. See if my daughter bothered to put dinner in the oven. If not, we'll be eating late. So, them some breaks.
Oh,
But
bye.
thanks for coming on.
Bye.
Anne's big now, so Sarah. You guys
She's like,
jump.
God.
She's just like, now I gotta go. Bye.
Hey, she's got to feed those kids, otherwise they'll come in the room and tell her they want food, and it'll get loud and noisy. But it was nice to see you, ladies. Thank you for coming
It's
on.
good to see you guys.
it's good to
Thanks for
see you.
coming.
I know Anne doesn't normally have Mondays when she can come on because she's usually
Yeah.
tired, and Tara's working. So thanks for coming and hanging out with
Yeah.
us.
Yeah,
so
well,
much
I'm
Could've
gonna
been fun if-
try and make an effort to come on Eclipse Day so I can give you the
Oh yeah,
That'll
because
be
we need
fun.
the
Yeah,
411.
see if I had to remove any squatters.
Oh, don't get me squatters.
Stick the dogs on them and your kids.
Yeah.
Well, I think my husband's pretty mean
Yeah,
all by
he-
himself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
He's
don't
got-
blame him. It's your property. You don't want strangers, hanging out on your
No.
property, doing drugs, having weird supernatural.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, we're on the edge. We're close to the edge of the path of totality, which means we will probably get a lot of people who will drive in to get into the path so they
Yeah.
can see it for the day.
Yeah, I would put out signs if you can ahead of time saying.
Oh, yeah,
private property,
we're
do not-
gonna-
no trespass.
Yeah,
Do
we're gonna have
not-
our no trespassing
yeah.
sign and a big rope across so that at least if someone does decide to go on our property, then it's very clear.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's
Unless
super
someone
cool.
wants to bring a crap
but-
ton of cash money, then we can talk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You don't need them doing
Yeah,
any
the other
human
strategy,
sacrifices
sell
and all on
tickets.
your property. Yeah,
Yeah.
you could sell tickets. That's true too.
Yeah.
Parking, charging $15 for parking.
Hell no, I'm going to charge $200 for parking.
There you go.
No, like the hotels, like even like
Mhm.
your nasty hotels are charging like
Oh,
$400 or $500 a night and then requiring you to book
Wow.
4 nights.
oh, imagine what the
That's crazy.
Airbnbs are in the verb. Oh,
Oh yeah,
it's going to be crazy.
yeah.
Yeah.
You'll have to come on and tell us how it's going because we won't see.
I
it
wanna
on the
hear
horizon.
all
Yeah,
about it.
well, cuz like there's all like the crazy people are like, "Oh, well all these places are declaring emergencies.
Yeah.
They're telling people to buy food and fuel. You know,
That's
the
right,
red
because your infrastructure
ball
can't
blows
handle
like
all the
a
people
funnel.
coming in.
Yeah, it's because like the population is going to at least double
Yeah,
in a place
Yeah.
that does not have the infrastructure to deal with this many people.
Right.
you don't have the roads to handle that many people.
Oh
I
no.
mean,
So we're gonna go do all of our shopping before and
The
stay home.
electrical grid. Yeah,
the Wi-Fi, the cell towers
Yeah.
will go down probably,
for sure.
and they'll blame it on, they eclipse some weird
It's global
alien thing.
warming or global whatever climate. I don't know what they say.
Yeah, and I'm sure someone
Whatever it is
somewhere will
now.
get shot for trespassing.
Oh, there's going to be.
Well-
oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't doubt that because people are stupid and they think they have the rights to go anywhere they want, and
Mm-hmm.
they don't understand that. No, you don't. But they'll find
Ugh.
out because at least you guys can be armed and protect your family if you have to from crazy
When is
people.
this now? Is this
April 8th.
soon?
April 8th,
April
yeah.
8th. Okay, so 2
Not next week, the week
maybe.
after.
Okay.
2 weeks from
Okay,
today. I
well,
think.
we will
So,
expect the full report.
Live reporting.
live from the eclipse.
Breaking news! Breaking news from the
Well,
knit night.
You guys are 3 hours ahead, or you're 2 hours ahead of me, so you'll be closer to it, the actual eclipse
Oh,
happening,
she's-
and it'll
oh.
still be daylight here.
Oh.
So
Yeah, like the whole world's gonna come to an end, I'm sure.
Oh, like the millennial, Y2K.
Y2K, yeah, or the
Yeah.
Mayan calendar. It's like, don't you think
Oh,
some
yeah.
Mayan dude said, you know what? I'm done writing the calendar. I'm just gonna stop now. Nobody will care.
Or the
Yeah,
cult
like they
people.
ran out of
Some
room on the
random date.
rock.
Yeah, it's like on some random date, he just stopped because, I'm done.
I'm done.
2012. That sounds like enough years.
Yeah.
Someone else will finish
It's
the
like
calendar.
when Forrest Gump stopped running. It's like, okay, I'm done running. I'm gonna go back.
I know.
Whatever.
Crazy. Thanks for being on, ladies.
Yes,
We love
thank
having
you.
you. And have a good week. Hopefully, neither one of you have bad work experiences and that goes smoothly and you get to spend time with your families and knit a lot.
It's Holy Week.
And then you can hear Joe next week talk about not knitting a murder knit shawl because she'll probably say it's not necessary or something.
It's necessary. It's totally necessary.
Oh, and happy
It's-
Feast of the Annunciation for those of you
Yes. Yes.
who are on the new calendar.
I really appreciated you talking about Mary
Yeah.
because, first of all, I used to be Catholic and I heard a lot of crap about people worshiping Mary, which is not what happens. We asked her to intercede for us. But yes, she's important. She's Jesus's mother. Like, hello. That's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I appreciate that. Yeah.
I like
So,
when you talk
yeah,
about the saints.
I do too. Yeah.
So thanks for coming on.
Thanks.
And I need to go eat. So see if
I
there's
got to go
food.
talk to my husband.
Hopefully Anne won't get any snow. So hopefully you
Oh,
will.
it's been snowing on
Oh,
and
no.
off.
Is it?
Oh no. Oh
You know.
no, because I get it
That means
after she
Teresa will
gets
be
it.
getting-
No. Yeah, I don't want it. No, keep it.
Yeah. It's spring here, so that's not going to
Yeah.
happen.
Spring
So there are
doesn't.
there's still snow in the mountains though. Up
Okay, well they can
not too
keep it.
far. Yeah.
I'm
Well,
ready
take care,
for
everybody.
yeah.
Anne's ready. She's got half a glove done, so
That's
you
right.
can go outside. You can wipe the snow off your car with half a glove.
One needle's still on and everything. Just
That's very
Yeah.
cool. I really like that. That's a cool design. So talk to you guys
Hi, guys.
later. Thanks for being on.
hi.
Bye.